What it do? Point and shoot. Oklahoma onion burgers. Yes, the truth. The truth. The truth. Onion smash burger. Truth. Truth. Yeah, dollars. Jed and Moneyboy Trey had to watch me punk WWE. They think they bigger than WWE now. Shoe program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. So, just as a reminder. Okay, KS, I don't, all I need is a reason. I be trying to be cool. You know what I mean? He's always fucking brag. Hey man, fuck you and your look. Woosa. Woosa. Today was a very good day. Again, I be trying to tell y'all niggas that you got to remember who the fuck I am. And if you don't know who I am, you need to learn who the fuck I am. I'm not the regular nigga. I'm not the YouTuber. That's why YouTubers hate me, is because I speak with truth and don't give a fuck if I'm liked, hated, any of that shit. I just care, what God think. About it with me. I shoot real shots, nigga. I shoot real shots. We shoot. Hey, Moneyboy Trey, you bigger than WWE? Because they was smart enough to sit down. I came to stay, just get out of my way. I came to play. Because I'm Deshae. And I'm awesome. Allegedly. But what isn't alleged is you niggas leave my fucking channel alone, leave my videos alone. Because you won't get a warning next time. You might not, in the words of Sidney Dean, you might not get another shot. Well, I guess this is starting the Kendra G discussion. First of all, praise God for my mother-in-law. Secondly, let me ask you a question. What would you think if a girl went on a dating show and this man asked her, do she have any kids? And she say one. And the man responds by saying, well, why you didn't work it out with him? And her response is, he forcibly put that baby in me. And what if the man responded by saying, look, you made a choice to lay down with that man. Because let's remember, a woman can agree to having sex with you, but at any juncture, including the way you want to finish. If she tells you not to finish inside of her, nigga, then you can't do that, right? Okay. I think I know what y'all would say, and I would agree with you. Now, here's where things get a little tricky for me. Kendra G, that is. Let me remind you of what I tell Jed and everybody else. Deleting shows intent. You deleted this video after you said some of the worst shit you've ever said. Ever. 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 I should just hit the abyss button and get it over with now. This is why I don't know niggas like you. This is why everything Kevin Samuels said about you has come true tenfold. And you ain't even got no money like that. You ain't even got no motherfucking money like that, bitch. You out here wanting these hoes thinking you ballin'. You ain't got money like that, bitch. You out here talking shit about Corey Holcomb as if your YouTube checks are bigger than his. When Corey gets super chats, they talking to him. Literally, you only get super chats when people want to roast your dumb ass guests. Kendra, a man talked about being a victim of a level of sexual assault. And all I'm going to say is, this nigga's telling the truth. Whether or not it actually happened to him, I don't know. But I want you to know what he's saying is the motherfucking truth. And Kendra G, the bitch that swears that she's not like them, because I want you to remember, she tried to tell us, Corey Holcomb told us, he vouched with me what I said last week about she's just like her fucking callers. She wants you to think that she's not because she got these expensive ass wigs and shit on. So because she got this expensive wigs and all this motherfucking, what is that shit, the Mac store? All on her fucking face. She thinks she can look down on the girls on her. No, you just like them. Nah, I wasn't even talking about me when I was on Tamron Hall. I was talking about like other bitches. Yeah, sure you were, bitch. All right, we gonna see, Kendra. Let's fucking find out.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Hey, too many people know you to be dirty deleting videos, bitch. You too old for that. You too old for that.
Try again, different city, new people, you know what I mean? So let's go for it.
Let's go for it. What's your name, sir? You said Pop. So what am I going to call you?
You can call me Daniel, Papa Dan. That's
Daniel.
no.
Daniel, and you're in St. Louis now?
St. Louis now.
How old are you?
33, going on 34.
Okay, and what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces, March 5th, baby.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
I have a son.
How old is your son?
He's going to be 2. He's another Pisces, just like his daddy.
Why are you not with the mama?
He's March 10th.
Why are you not with the mama? You had a baby since you've been on my show, too.
Yeah. Another person trying to run the system, trying to take advantage, you know.
She raped you?
Yeah, you can say that. We won't, we as a man, I can't really.
Why are you making this face, Kendra? Why would you ask him, did she rape him, if he was going to say yes and you wasn't going to take it seriously anyway? So rape is a joke to you. Rape is not. So when you asked him that question, you weren't even being serious. So you're already starting this shit off on the wrong foot, bitch. You supposed to be pro-woman and all this shit, and you making light of rape as a woman? Oh, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
Run with that narrative because nobody can really believe it. But yeah, I put it on the Bible that that's what happened.
I believe you. Believe all black men. Come on, fuck it, nigga. Oh, now we not believing everybody? Oh, I got you. Cool. But dig. What if I told y'all that there are girls who purposely, when they get in their 30s and shit like that, ain't got no nigga yet, purposely will get with a younger nigga and trick that nigga into getting her pregnant? Because if a man gets a woman pregnant and she didn't want to, We all know what that is. How come it ain't the same the other way though? Especially when you go on tour, especially if you that type of bitch, because some of them bitches won't even put the nigga on child support or nothing, just like kind of move away from a motherfucker. But Kendra G has the lowest IQ in the world. I told you this bitch IQ about as tall as high grass. All right, you about to find out.
But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm still an accountable adult. Still got to do what I have to do in this world, you know, because that is my prodigy. So, nevertheless, how he got here.
Most victims of SA have to deal with that, you know, especially women. Not all women go that extreme route with the baby. Some just, hey, the baby here, I got to be there. So, it's still on par with that, because I know some people say, well, shit, if it was like that, why the fuck would you take care of that baby? Because it's still my baby. It's not the baby's fault.
That's what we doing.
I need the details of how you got raped by the girl.
Well,
you know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness. Let's go to the abyss, nigga. I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know? And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I've said a lot of out-of-pocket shit on this motherfucker. Let me be the first to say. What I ain't never do is sat on this motherfucker and asked a motherfucker to give me details of their rape. And you try to delete this motherfucker. It's too late, bitch. I told the world about you, bro. It's God's plan. Somehow, always, we roll up on niggas before the ultimate crash out over here. Truth was happening. This bitch said, I'm gonna need details of how you got raped. That is unreal.
you know, because that is my prodigy. So, nevertheless, how he got here, that's what we doing.
I need the details of how you got raped by the girl.
Well,
and look at the face she's making. Like, imagine if Kevin Samuels asked a bitch, hey, oh, you was raped? Oh, well, I need the details on how you was raped. Imagine any male, Robert with the 14 watt, what's happening, cuz? Name any male podcast that could have gotten away with this. And then you tried to delete it. Oh, nigga, your channel would have been over.
she is not a citizen of America. So naturally, if you've been in America illegally, you know, you're going to try to do your best to try to stay. And in your mind and way of thinking, not even if you ask any of your homegirls that's international too, they'll tell you, ain't a good idea to just, go up and sleep with an American dude and just try to have a baby so you can try to stay in America.
Right. Especially in a situation where, let's say she was on top of him. And he's trying to get her off. And the only way he can get her off is really to fuck her up, to which she'll just tell the police that he did what? See, that believe all shit comes with some leverage on the other side that y'all niggas don't ever want to talk about, bro. That's why Kendra think this shit's a joke. But she ain't got no man, so she don't understand no man problems or nothing. You can't understand men or men problems unless you around men. Same thing with women.
Hoping he will marry you. That's what they be hoping. Hoping they gonna marry you. No, they ain't gonna get got. Ain't gonna get Papa Dan. No. Ain't gonna get me.
Papa Dan. So I wanted to explain your side.
What's up?
With all that being said, you still have to willingly have. This is why I said rape, because that's the only way a woman could trap you.
Right.
But if you
But what are we defining rape as? See, this is where, bro, Kendra wild for this, nigga. She's, bro, she dumb as fuck, nigga. She's so stupid.
you willingly had sex with her, then you participated. So did you?
Bob with the 22 piece. We breaking them out. Shout out to Chrissy and her mama.
Willingly have sex with her?
Show enough, what's happening, cuz?
I mean, she got me. I used to make wine back then, so like I said, on the level of accountability,
She Bill Cosby you? She gave you a pill?
So now you making light of people getting drugged and raped. This is a whole. Do you realize you on air, nigga? You can't say this type of shit out loud, you dumb bitch. Trending. That's 3 of them things. We breaking them out. Family indeed first. Temper what it do. Like, I don't understand how, like, I don't know why, bro. I don't know what made her say this shit out loud. She thinks this is the face that Kendra always makes. She's so fucked. Bro, I think she's just one bar above retarded, in my opinion. So let's say being retarded is like a 70 IQ. And this is just a hypothetical. She's at like a 71 in that case.
For me, I can say on a level of accountability, you know, when a woman wraps their legs around you in the process of you being on top and you trying to relinquish yourself from the situation.
Sounds like rape to me. That sounds like rape to me. Because if a girl tell you not inside of me and you do anyway, you going to go lay down. Simple. You're going to go lay down.
And she's saying, no, dude, you ain't going nowhere. You going to have my baby. And in that moment as a dude, you're like, all right, well, shit, we going to do plan B like we normally do. And then she looked at me like, no, we ain't doing that neither. So, you know, I was like.
Okay, so again, so she's letting you know all this in the act, and you still went through with it. So.
So Kendra, would it have been okay if he punched her in her fucking face so that way she'd have let him go? Because I tell a girl, if a nigga on top of you and he don't want to get off of you, tear that fucking nose up, nigga. He gonna get the fuck up. He gonna move enough for you to get up out of there. So that's my whole thing. She like, this nigga said this bitch had her legs wrapped around me and wouldn't let me go and said we not doing it like we normally do it. And you like, but you nutted anyway though. Why didn't you not nut when she said that? Fellas, a girl doing that shit to you, punch her in the fucking face. Punch her in the face. Especially if it's Kendra G, punch her in her fucking face. This nigga's like this, and this sounds so far-fetched to Kendra that a bitch over here illegally is trying to fuck and have a kid over here so she can stay. This is far-fetched to Kendra. This is far-fetched that a motherfucker would do this. This is absurd.
I
How
have a
was this
choice.
rape?
You know what?
What do you mean? How is that? Oh my God. I see why you deleted this motherfucker. Yo, people, somebody close to you was like, Kendra, what are you doing?
You know, women's rights, her body, her choice.
Exactly. So here's the deal: her body, her choice. But you can decide not to put your body inside her body.
So by that definition, you hear this, ladies? The moment the nigga put the dick in, you can't say nothing. You can't tell him to stop, nothing. You can't say shit, because you should have never let that nigga put his dick in you. I just want equality, right? So I just want y'all to keep that in mind. Kendra G, like, if you put your dick in a girl, she got the right at that point to physically make you come inside of her. Are you insane, Kendra? Are you fucking I cannot even believe how I have to explain this fucking shit. I can't believe this bitch is this Heavy Gant was right, bro. The one thing, I couldn't stand Tommy Sotomayor on a lot of shit. The one thing, though, was all of these because it's like the real chicks that be doing it all the time. Kendra ain't let her fucking scalp breathe since the Cowboys was in the Super Bowl. She's walking around with this hair hat all the fucking time, all them chemicals, all that shit done fried her fucking brain, bro. She used to work on the radio. She know better than this. This is coming from a nigga that worked on the radio. She know better than this. That's why I'm just like, because here's where it's fucking me up. She made like one real cringy comment about, well, did you get raped? At that point, her brain should have kicked in. She low-key should have been panicking like, I hope nobody really heard me say, did you get raped? And we could just move past this. No, she wants to stay right here smirking. Tell me how she raped you. Oh, what? She wrapped her legs around you and made you come at her. Nigga, you should have never put your dick in there. This is literally like a nigga telling a bitch, well, why'd you go to his house at 3 a.m? Because can't nobody believe that because you went over. Yeah, you might have went over there trying to fuck, but circumstances change. You know that, right? Nope. Motherfucker, tell motherfucker. Why you wear that outfit if you wasn't trying to fuck? Like, she might as well get on that. Well, what did you have on? Why would you wear that if you didn't want to have a kid with her? And then I'm supposed to believe that this nigga, because the only way I would believe that it's hard for him to be seduced is if this nigga is what women would consider a 10. This nigga look like he don't get no pussy. I'm just keeping that shit funky. This is why premarital sex, no. Premarital sex, no. This is why. Men, I'm talking to you. I ain't even talking to the bitches. I'm talking to you. You see how they got this goofy nigga and don't nobody believe him? That's why he even started off saying, yeah, I don't even really want to say because, people don't be believing men like that. Right. I literally know of this happening. I know of women who literally were getting older and just wanted to make sure they had kids. Didn't want to be with the daddies and no shit like that. Just saying. So I know this to be true. Just like, this is like when you say believe all women, my main thing with that is personally is like, when a bitch is telling a story that's clearly false, I'm not believing her. That's really where my disagreement comes in. I don't start in no default position of this bitch lying. But when you come to the story, you look like how this nigga look, goofy nigga. He done got him. He said it's a chick that was here illegally, so she's probably Latina or some shit like that. And your niggas got fucking Latina fetishes and shit like that. Are we gonna pretend that that's not a thing here in America? the amount of people that got Asian and Latina fetishes? He looked like he walked himself right in there, and then he realized, like, what are you doing? What do you think I'm doing?
Very well so. And that's the level of accountability that I have in the situation. I used to be a winemaker. She got me drunk off my own supply.
I mean, this is some shameful shit.
I don't ever drink my own supply.
He looked like a lame ass nigga that don't drink.
13% alcohol content. She said, "Ooh, Daniel, come and drink this wine with me in the room. I'm gonna bring a glass." I'm like, I ain't trying to, but my dumb self did what it did, and that.
You know why I know this nigga's dumb for real? He's telling Kendra this shit. I wouldn't tell this bitch shit.
That's just the level of accountability I have for it.
And here's why I say it's a Latina fetish. Don't get it wrong. So Latina bitches be bad in a motherfucker. But a lot of y'all niggas will get with ugly ass Latinas just to say you was with one. A lot of y'all niggas will get with some ugly ass Asians just to say y'all was with an Asian. And man, we ain't gotta lie. Trendy, this shit has been my whole life. I've known it to be this way since I was a teenager, nigga. Man, gonna lie, like, nigga, bro, y'all know white men, black men have this weird, bro, they will take the most ugliest Asian just because she Asian. I've seen it. I've seen it. So this ain't nothing against Latinas. This ain't saying that the Latinas and Asians can't be sought after, but you motherfuckers know what that shit really is. It's just the truth. Now she thinks and it's Cowboy Carter, Janice. Yeah, Beyonce actually called that shit Cowboy Carter. Yeah, she thinks she Cowboy Carter. She definitely thinks she got the weave.
So here we are today, trying to hope and pray we can find a wholesome woman that could treat your boy right. Somebody with some knowledge on her side that has been through the trenches.
Ladies, this is a sniper's dream part 2. If you can get past that motherfucking cranium, nigga, this nigga can be molded to your liking.
And know how tough it is in this dating pool that got all the piss in it,
Love who love you. I feel you, Temper.
All a work in progress out here,
That's the story you really want to tell? So that's the story you really going with?
That don't sound believable. Why don't that story sound believable? This bitch is an immigrant. She trick him into getting the pussy. He takes the pussy, and then she makes him come inside of her. What is so far-fetched about this? I guess I'm confused how this is so far-fetched to Kendra. Like, this is just so far-fetched. But that's because she's like 50 years old and ain't never had no type of relationship with a man outside of her punk-ass daddy. I've seen her dad. That nigga's a straight simp. He ain't taught her nothing about men because that's improper. This is outrageous, bro.
Say you put the words in my mouth when you initially said rape.
No, you were supposed to. Hold on. I was being.
What's that?
I said that. No, hold on, real quick. I said that because you said a woman trapped you. So sarcastically, I said, "Oh, she raped you."
Right.
And then
Let's stop right there. You thought it was smart at any point to have a play where you're gonna sarcastically ask a motherfucker had they been raped. This is coming from me, y'all. This is me. I have to be the one to say, this is me, the nigga that will say anything. But somehow I managed to not cross these type of lines. Somehow I managed to never get so in a jokey mood where I'm asking people, so why don't you describe to me how, so you got raped? You did? All right, well, describe to me how you got raped. I don't believe that shit. What? Unreal.
you said yes.
You know what? A man can never be a damsel in distress because at the end of the day,
nigga, you not a damsel in distress, nigga, you big head motherfucker. Like, you anything but that, nigga. You a nigga that got played and railroaded by the system like several other niggas. Bitches know this shit. She also know that if that nigga had punched her in the face, she could have flipped the script and said he raped her and punched her during the rape, and they would have locked his black ass the fuck up. Kendra wouldn't know how to act if some nigga, but like I said, bro, when Kendra say she don't be fucking them niggas, I believe her. She's one of those types. There are those types. And that's why that's why she'll never get a nigga of value. You telling a nigga when you 50, telling a nigga he gotta wait till you get married. Bitch, that ship has sailed. You just not. Like, yes, I know that what I said about premarital sex, I stand on that. But the fact remains, 40, 50-year-old niggas ain't trying to hear that shit. Especially you ain't no woman of God. So the niggas that would actually not try to smash until y'all get married, why would they ever try to be with your ratchet ass? You an embarrassment to bring to family reunions and shit. You get to dance, and the next thing you know, that big ass Swedish meatball head is exposed, and nigga, I can never come back from that. You know, when you take that wig off, her shit all wrinkly at the top like a motherfucking Swedish meatball, nigga. I wouldn't take Kendra ghetto ass nowhere, because she's the worst type of ghetto. She the type of ghetto where she thinks she being classy. Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them ghetto motherfuckers, like, at least a ghetto motherfucker that know it, you kind of get them to calm down. They be like, nigga, you know how I am. You at least kind of get them to calm down. Somebody like Kendra don't know she's ratchet. She don't think she looks ratchet to us and others. That's why she don't understand why Corey Holcomb come on and go, bitch, you a bottom dweller just like everybody else that's a bottom dweller that calls your channel. And this is proof of it right here.
We're supposed to be masculine. We're not supposed to have feelings. But in the whole light of the situation, when we had the pre-conversation about kids, I didn't want to have kids at that time.
So here's the deal, okay.
So Kendra, what if, before you even say the stupid shit you about to say, what if a girl said, you know, I didn't want him to come inside of me. We even had a discussion before where I said I didn't want kids. And he forcibly came inside of me anyway. Would you tell that girl, well, you should have never laid down with that nigga? You would never say that. And I would never vouch for that being said. That's what I'm like. I don't understand how y'all understand this shit so well one way, but the other way makes no sense to you at all. Even though had this nigga beat, because they pretend, they be like, well, why didn't you just beat her ass and get her off? Because had I hit her during a sexual act, nigga, she could say I raped her and punched her during the shit.
If you don't want to have kids at times, then your responsibility is A, you don't have sex with her because you don't want to have kids. B,
she said at the very beginning of this shit, for women is my body, my choice. Which, my body, my choice, that is code for especially hoes to hide behind that shit, because my body, my choice means that I can do whatever the fuck I want and can't be judged by it.
you wear a condom to protect yourself from having kids. Yeah. And we can have the grown folks, there is a grown folks pull-out game. So
Kendra, did you not hear the part where he said he wanted to pull out, but she wouldn't let him? Did that part? I'm telling you, man. Her brain is fucking fried, nigga. I don't even understand why she would stay on this topic of rape. I'd have so ran past this. She won't let it go. She basically want this nigga to admit that he was never raped. And anything that's happened to him, he can't even remotely consider rape or anything like that. Because if he didn't want to get her pregnant, he should have never put his dick in her, even though she'll never say that to a girl. If you didn't want to get pregnant by that nigga, you shouldn't have never let. Well, what if he started choking the shit out of her? Well, he can still come in her because she shouldn't have put the dick in. I really see why you deleted this. I hadn't seen this. I have not seen. I saw like the first 10 seconds. I have not seen this. And now I fully understand why you have deleted this shit. You are absurd.
My thing is, regardless of what she said, you are still a man that has to take accountability for participating in the activity.
I've already said.
Well, he literally said that at first. That was the first thing he said. And he actually used the word accountability. You know, it's called victim blame. Like when a victim blames themselves. This is wild, even for Kendra G, bro.
We can rewind the video, love. I've already taken accountability for the whole issue of it.
So let's just do this then. Let's on record deny that you were raped because you...
What? I want you to imagine a man saying that to a girl, bro. I want you to imagine any podcast on YouTube, man podcast, saying this to an alleged sexual assault victim. That if your story don't sound believable enough to this nigga, that this nigga could go, I don't really believe your story, and therefore I want you to denounce that you were ever raped. Nigga, this wild, bro, Corey Hope, she going through something, nigga. Kendra G is turned extra evil. She always been on bullshit. But this bro, her getting roasted on Tamron Hall, that wasn't the first time she's been roasted. It started, remember I showed y'all, it kind of started before that when she started going off on people about her raggedy ass app that she ain't fixed. She was going off on people like that, talking about y'all don't never support black people, but y'all will download Facebook and YouTube as it. This is the narcissism in her that makes her think that her raggedy ass show and app is anywhere on the level of a Facebook, Instagram, or a YouTube. Something been going on with Kendra. For like the last month, she been tripping, nigga, and it's just been getting progressively worse. Like the way that she was acting on Tamron Hall, she was like I was like, why did you go on here acting like this rat? You was acting extra ratchet. $2,000 wig, $300 nails. Yeah, I just want you to be around my presence. I need to see W-2s. What? And these bitches sitting here trying to tell you like, hey, like Tamron Hall sitting there like, nigga, had I tried to talk to you, you said that shit, you would have saw my tailpipe. That's literally what she said. The woman on the woman show. That was bro, you know it's bad when you say something so stupid that a woman who's the host of an all-woman show takes the man's side in an argument. That's how off the hook the shit you was saying was. Your brain fried, man. What kind of wig glue you be using? It's something.
He was not raped.
And in any, I'll just say in any woman's eyes, no. But if I was to talk to a group of men and tell them what happened, it didn't happen to several dudes. We just don't talk about it. These are like stories we don't tell.
I disagree with that. These are stories that men tell, but nobody listens or takes them seriously at all. Men get treated like ugly girls get treated sometimes. Where some people literally look at a girl and be like, man, ain't nobody raped you. Ugh. For what? You would have just gave it to him with your ugly ass. That ain't never happened? It's unreal, bro.
Story we just don't tell. But at the end of the day, my perception is my perception, and the person that had the child that up and decided to be a single mother, because a lot of times you don't understand. If there are women striving out here to be single mothers, they do not.
This is a fact. He's not lying. There's some women that want to be single mothers. They got big ass single mother clubs where they take trips and shit together, nigga. I bullshit you not. It's a whole ass business.
I want men in the picture.
Dan, listen, hold on real quick.
What's
Dan,
that?
I'm not disagreeing with her intentions, right? Maybe her intentions were to get pregnant by you, to stay in America. There's no disagreement there.
Right.
So where does the disagreement come in?
The intentions of what you're describing could very well be true.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The disagreement
is
you claiming to have been raped.
That's not a form of rape. Forcibly taking somebody's seed from them wouldn't be considered rape to you. Only the deposit of a seed. But if the girl takes the seed, because that's when all of a sudden all this shit kicks into, oh, well, he's so strong as a man. He could have just threw her over. It's like, bro, they don't know what it's like to be a man. Like, you can't do that. Bro, you see a girl trying to make a play on you in the middle of that shit, and you gonna do what? You gonna set yourself up to be locked the fuck up?
Okay.
Like, that's the disagreement.
Discrepancy wise, so I can give you so we can move on.
Thank you. This is what, bro, he's trying to tell her, can we move on from talking about my rape situation? And Kendra's just so enamored with it because she's a fucking retard. She's in so much disbelief that a man would sit here and say that he was raped, that this is supposed to be her dating show. And they're not talking about him. She's not trying to help him get a girl that'll treat him right and won't, do that shit to him. She's literally just like, man, fuck you getting a new bitch, nigga. Like, this is weird.
I got drunk off my own supply of wine that I made, that I squished with my hands.
Pause.
You serve me wine, you force it down my throat, I get drunk. Now, every woman's story is if they get drunk and they get raped, instantly the man is guilty, he goes to...
Facts. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts.
Yeah, Mr.
Big
White.
facts. Big facts.
Yes, science.
Big facts. Let the girl's story start off with the nigga got her pissy drunk.
Jail, lock away the key in the chamber of secrets. But like I said, in America, realistically, that will never be the man's narrative. And
well,
that's why
hold on.
Let me finish. That's
Kendra, shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not gonna let you finish because I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm jumping in because
sure.
Right, because shut up, rape victim. Oh, my bad, Kendra. He ain't no rape victim.
Sure.
You are telling the wrong story. When
She cannot be this fucking dense, nigga. There's no way she can be dense. Forgotten mother-in-law is on her road to recovery. She opened her eyes. God is great.
when those women are using the example of they have passed out, right? So these are women that if they were drugged.
No, Kendra, you are a motherfucking lie. All the stories of women talking about alcohol usage didn't pass out. You are a motherfucking liar. You're a liar. You're a fucking... This is that narcissistic lying she does where she tells this anecdotal shit about these other girls and these other men. She never tell you who they are. She just phantomly makes these motherfuckers up so that way they can support the bullshit she's on. That's why you deleted the video, bitch. You stupid whore.
They will say that they were not
You ain't never getting married, and this is why.
even coherent in the act of sex. They cannot.
I'm telling you that I wasn't coherent.
No, you are coherent because you told me exactly what happened. You told me.
I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get through this, nigga. I do not know if I'm gonna be able to get through this. This rape hill, dying on this rape hill, is one of the weird. I've never seen a YouTuber do this. She's way too, bro. Thank you. She's too argumentative. This is all of that. This is that, bro. This is how she argued with her nigga. Just so you know, this is how she argued with her nigga, and you see how, and you want to know what it's really like to be with her. That nigga's been trying to move on from this shit, and she won't let him. Because shame, insults, guilt, and the need. What'd you say, Uncle Kevin? The need to be right. He taught us about bitches like you, bro. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. She got this. She so want to be right that this nigga wasn't raped, that she's trying everything she can. She won't even move on the conversation till she gets this nigga to denounce that he was ever raped. So therefore, once he say he was never raped, then she will go on to berate him and call him a liar. Well, you just sat here on my show for like 20 minutes saying you did. Now you're saying you didn't. But look, here's what scares you even more about Kendra. This ain't even her man. She don't even like this nigga. And look how she acting. So I don't even think Kendra can really ever even trick a dude into like thinking she cool, because she's so ghetto, ratchet, and argumentative.
She was on top of you. You told me that.
I told you I was on top of her. She put her legs around me.
Either way, you are telling me exactly what happened in the sexual activity. So you were not, you were conscious. So
that's not how it works, bitch. You do understand that alcohol lowers your inhibitions, right? This is unreal, bro. Kendra, you just sat here and was talking about you was being stalked by some nigga. Bro, fuck you, bitch. Ain't nobody stalking you, hoe. You always want people to think that you want it. Don't know if niggas want you. You was at the Super Bowl dancing in a fucking red bodysuit, and them white people look at you like the ratchet bitch you are. I saw the video. Remember when you was trying to get the one Eagles fan on camera? He looking at you like, you ratchet bitch. You was the only bitch that thought you thought your videos was funny as fuck. You sitting at the Super Bowl looking bored as fuck while everybody else is into the game. And you didn't wear all that red because you were a Chiefs fan. You wore all that red because you thought the Chiefs were going to win. If you knew the Eagles was going to win, you would have wore a green one. Hot mess, dancing, ratchet, all this shit. She thinks she's so classy too. This is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. It's so cringy, man. This type of shit cringy to me. This shit sucks.
You can't use that as an example. And conscious, only thing you can say is if you don't remember nothing, and then that will still be hard because.
So I'm never believing any bitch that says she got raped. And bro, if you remember any of the night, cause she act like this nigga told her exactly what time he put his dick in. He told her what happened at the end. And she's like, well, you remember exactly what happened. So if you remember exactly what happened, you can't blame alcohol. That's not how that shit works, whore. But Kendrick's an alcoholic. Uh-oh. Oh, you in recovery? I got you, bitch. I got you.
Then it'll be like, how did you have an erection? But long story short, you cannot compare yourself to women who have been drugged because these women don't remember.
Drugged. Yes, he can. And he's not comparing himself to women who've been drugged. He's comparing himself to women who have been taken advantage of after they've had one too many drinks. You mean to tell me you ain't never heard of no story of some girl on her own getting herself too drunk and then some nigga walking? Nigga, I'm a DJ. I've seen this shit, nigga. I've seen this shit. I've seen girls get drunk and forget they came with friends and left they fucking friends at the club, nigga. But according to Kendra, they were just being hoes.
Remember anything. You can recite
quote unquote, Kendra don't remember anything. Anybody can wake up from consciousness during the act of something and completely fall back asleep. And when
gotcha, bitch. Stupid whore. She's like, if the alcohol was really a problem, you wouldn't remember any of it. That's not how it works. It's not how it works, you idiot.
you go to court, like I said, it's her word against mine. Like I said, Kendra, at the end of the day, I'm not here to stir no pot. I'm not on here to stir the yah sisterhood, traveling pants club. We ain't here.
They not coming, bro. You ain't, hey, bro, don't do that. Let me put you on some game, nigga. Bro, it's a lot of women that have common sense. The average woman does not agree with Kendra G, bro. As a matter of fact, that you ain't got no real men around you because ain't no real man calling trying to get no girl through Kendra G. That's some sucker shit. No real man calling into Kendra G, nigga. You crazy? What is a real man? You a real man and you single and you sitting around watching Kendra G? Why? Mr. Fields, what's happening?
Do none of that. We just here to see if there's any honest women out here that can understand their brother's situation, because there's a lot of other brothers have been through the same thing I have. And I could be a bitter baby daddy and I could be bashing her all over the world like most men would, but I don't have time to do that. I'm a progressive male. I done moved on with my life. She didn't.
Progressive male. Beta. What grown ass man calls himself progressive?
Got a whole nother man and is doing what she doing. So for me, we can all we can do is be adults about any situation and move past it. If we can't work what we got out, move past
Babe,
it.
we're gonna move forward with the interview, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Only a goofy woman is gonna reach out to you.
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness. Let's go to the abyss, nigga. I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know? And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I give up, bro. I give up. You know why she took that last parting shot? This nigga keeps trying to move past this shit. You know why she took that last parting shot? Shame, insults, guilt, and the need. She has the incessant need to be right at the cost of crashing out for the world to see. The whole world, bro. Kevin Samuels, bro. We low-key we're gonna have to watch Kendra G and Kevin Samuels. I might watch that right after this. This bitch is outrageously insane.
Past it. If we can't work what we got out, move past it.
Babe, we're gonna move forward with the interview, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Only a goofy woman is gonna reach out to you.
Why would I want to continue this interview when you just dirtied the whole? Imagine Chuck Woolery saying that. Most of y'all niggas don't even know who Chuck Woolery is. Imagine Chuck Woolery was sitting here on Love Connection and dissed one of the other motherfuckers like that. You gonna pick the motherfucker in? Like, I mean, this is dirty macking on a level I've never seen before. This is the level of dirty macking this is, bro. This is outrageous, nigga. I mean, to fucking dirty mac this nigga, like, hey, yeah, we gonna get to the part where you gonna get some bitches, but let me know you ain't getting now, bitch.
If we can't work what we got out, we'll pass.
Babe, we're gonna move forward with the interview,
but I gotta be honest, I have a need to be right, so let me insult you one more time for the road.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Only a goofy woman is gonna reach out to you.
She's shaming women, insulting the woman that would actually, any woman that actually would talk to you, she had to shame her and insult her because she had a need to be right. Kevin Samuels, that was, of everything Kevin Samuels ever said, that was the one for me. I was like, that shit made me understand so much. Sign language, shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. It applies so much to these motherfuckers, bro.
So just so what you were talking about,
you see how since he didn't validate, she said that shit and he was just like, so since he didn't validate it, she got to keep going because she got a need to be right, but it can't just be her saying she right. He got to say it too. This is crazy to watch it unfold for real.
But I'm going to be honest with you.
P-Love,
only happening? A goofy woman is going to reach out to you.
Okay.
So just so what you were talking about, you got to understand that type of woman is going to hit you up. Any woman with any sense is going to look at what you're saying about your ex and the child's mother and try to consider that as rape, as like, what the hell are you talking about?
This bitch crazy. To put the video back up, bitch. I told y'all Kendra G, whenever she be trying to speak for women, she's always lying. She just gives her own opinion on shit, and to protect herself from being wrong, she's saying, I didn't say that. I was just telling you what other women be saying. Who are these other women, Kendra? This bitch says she's had 12,000 women on her show, and she's bragging about 2 of them hoes getting married.
Right. And this is why certain words.
The new dumb does exist. Bars.
Say. So jokingly, it was a joke to you. Wasn't a joke to me. I never nor laughed.
Bar her out there, nigga. Uh-oh. Hey, nigga. Glenn Big Baby Davis ain't going for this shit, nigga. Hey, go ahead and bar this bitch out there. Nigga, you thought, from Jump Street, you thought this shit was a joke. I ain't been joking the whole time I've been sitting here. The nigga said he put it on the Bible, bro. He tell you a story that is actually believable to the average person. To the average person, it is believable that a girl tried to pull that. Now, where it may start to skew a little bit is people maybe disagree of how he maybe should have handled it. But for you to sit here and be like, it's okay for women to forcibly extract seed, you're never getting a man. You're now on record saying that you don't think that, bro, you just tainted your own dating pool, Kendra. Any man that hear you saying this would never fuck with you, because you the bitch that's out here saying that you are vouching for motherfucking women forcibly trapping men into babies. Physically forcing. She wrap her legs and shit around this nigga, and you like, well, you should have never put your dick in there. And then the way she tries to defend it is, just so you know, any bitch that'll talk to you after hearing this shit is a goofy. So she's like, nigga. So she's sitting there acting like she's defending women, but any woman that actually understands what he's saying, she's like, oh yeah, you a goofy.
Once about the issue, but nevertheless, you wanted to know more information about it. I have nothing to hide in this world. That's between me and God at the end of the day.
Well,
So
I want to say this again. Again, how I got there was because you said you were taken advantage of. So that's
no, Kendra, what you said was, I need details of your rape. That was a quote. You said, I need details of this rape, which is some shit I've never heard a podcaster ever say on this app. I've never watched bro, you can go through my feed and my subscriptions, and I guarantee you I have one of the most diverse feeds ever. If you a fan of the show, you know it's true. You see the random shit I'll bring. I watch the most ratchet niggas all the way to the most whitest motherfuckers. I watch some people who English ain't even their first language. Religiously watch them. And I've never heard anybody. I've seen all types of interviews. I've seen interviews with survivors. I've seen interviews with perpetrators. I've seen all this shit. And I've never heard anybody ask anybody to describe a fucking rape to them. And then after the person goes ahead and does it, then you go, well, that shit sounds bullshit. Ain't no girl, don't no girl want you. And she won't let it go because this nigga won't heal. This nigga's like, well, you don't believe me, but we don't have to agree on this. Can we move forward? Oh yeah, I'll move forward, but just know that I don't believe none of this shit, and ain't no girl gonna believe none of this shit either. Look, I said I really didn't want to talk about this shit. You were laughing and shit from the beginning, and no, it was you. She's insane, bro.
That's why I said that, and then we went down this whole rabbit hole.
Thank you. This was the same shit that the nigga from Operation Skin So Soft tried to pull. She's trying to make it seem like he's one of them cops that, I didn't know that we were supposed to stop before we started fucking. I was just trying to get the bust.
Oh, I would have never said that if you didn't claim to have been taken advantage of.
I honestly don't feel like it's neither near here nor relevant to my decision making, how I conduct myself now. That was then, this is now, this is present day. I mean, I don't know.
Kendra, you look so stupid. You getting bodied by a singing nigga.
I don't know what more you could really want from me in that particular situation.
I don't know either, bro.
Whether I get a goofy woman or not, I think everybody is goofy until proven not goofy. So,
including the bitch you talking to, bro.
Okay. Fair enough. We got Daniel.
This nigga he called Kendra to try to get a bitch. And Kendra was like, oh, you was raped. Tell me about it. Oh, I don't believe that shit. What? She made you nut in her. You should have never put your dick in there. And he couldn't have been any more calmly eloquent and everything else. He's just like, look, man, I didn't even really want to talk about this shit. You made me talk about it. I told you, that's why you want to know why he really ain't getting worked up? Because he told her from step one that this is how most women treat this shit, which I don't believe most women treat it like this. Most bitches who ain't shit will treat it like this. Because ain't no girl, unless she just that jaded, the average girl who got men in her life that are, they ain't necessarily niggas that they fucking, like brothers, fathers, cousins, uncles, these type of things. They tend to learn these things from seeing these bitches take advantage of their fucking family members. The amount of girls that be like, I don't trust these bitches. I've seen what they did to my brother. I saw what that bitch did to my Kendra G clearly ain't got no brothers, uncle, none of that shit in her life ever. Cause the shit just sound, she tricked you to fuck her and nut in her. How? That's not even possible. That's when you can really tell a girl ain't got no man in her. Like when, like, come on. That can happen to a man? Yes, it can. And I know about the shit. I've seen it happen. And it ain't always and the situation ain't always some nasty situation that end up in motherfucking child support court. Because what you gonna do as a man, especially if the girl just want the fucking baby and don't want you, then what? Make it make sense. Then what? $18 of payment. Because the chick might just try to walk off, but then if you try to tell the court, hey man, she got my baby, then all of a sudden, you still ain't gonna get to see your baby, and you're gonna be paying money for a baby you ain't seen. And then Kendra, and then you can't double back and be like, man, I thought we was just fucking. She said, bro, Kendra act like there ain't several girls that lie and say they on birth control and ain't. Kendra literally acted like there's no girls around here wanting to be a single mother. This bitch has frozen her eggs. That sounds like single mother behavior to me. She's already talked about having a surrogate and all these other goofy ass things. Because I can see Kendra G having a baby within the next 5 years with no man. But the only thing that is lucky enough to where I don't think Kendra G will bring a child to this world is she's got too many narcissistic traits for me. She got too many. Too many to the point where it's like, I can't bring no kid in this shit. How am I gonna have time to get my weaves and all this shit done? Like the main time she'll care about the kid is during like the pregnancy, because you can see Kendra G wearing a million different weaves, taking a bunch of different photos with this fucking baby. And then as soon as the baby comes, she don't, hell no. Again, let me show y'all my proof of that. Because it's something about this that truly bothers me. I wish I was lying, but it's something about this that truly bothers me. So I'll pull it up and show you again. The fact that you go to her fucking YouTube page, first of all, you look better before you start putting all that fucking makeup on to where you trying to look as least black as possible. And then you look like fucking AI. Just to go to her page and just every thumbnail, nigga, for eternity. Every thumbnail, nigga. This is some narcissistic shit, bro. Y'all know I don't say that shit and I don't use these type of terms lightly. You can go to her page and go to the live streams yourself. This is, first of all, nobody's calling this show for her. Nobody's watching this show for her. Nobody. This is absurd, bro. Every thumbnail and damn near a new weave in every single one. I guarantee she's the type of bitch that can't take pictures of anything unless she's in it. And we've seen this. She be thinking it's good content for her to just show up somewhere and be dancing in some bullshit. I've never seen this type of shit. That's a level of narcissism to me, bro. Because there's nothing wrong with being on all of your thumbnails, but why are all of your thumbnails just selfies? Your thumbnails aren't even like thumbnails based on the content. They're selfies. I'm sure I've probably done more videos than Kendra G, and I don't even think I've ever put myself in one thumbnail. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever been in a thumbnail. I'm not into that level of fakery. And I don't have no problem with YouTubers that do it. I get it, but just me personally, I don't like taking pictures of me doing fake reactions. That's not me. I don't have no problem with people doing it, but me, that shit I don't like doing that shit. So I just ain't never did it. And she looked like the type where it takes her about 45, 50 pictures. Probably the thumbnail's probably the thing that take her the longest. I mean, her setup is bro, just when I just look at her shit, I'm just like, Kendra, bro, you ain't even making no money, bro. $11,000 on a live stream ain't shit. 21,000 ain't shit. First of all, when she goes live, she go live pretty much every other day or so. And like, there's Kevin Samuels, bro. On his worst nights, it would be like 25,000 people in the live. She can't even get 5,000 people in her live. Like, if I asked her who's the bigger YouTuber, her or DJ or her AK-47, she'll swear it's her. She'll swear it's her. Even though this nigga, he go live, if it's something for real, he gonna have like 5, 6K over there. Like, it's just the disrespect she had. Like, she's like in a world of her own thinking. Like, that was what I'm telling you. The weirdest thing of her going at Corey Holcomb was, why the fuck are you going at a nigga that's got more clout than you? Come on, man. Let me roll this blunt. I'm gonna watch this Kendra and Kevin Samuel shit before I take my black ass to bed. I'm outraged. Nigga, Kevin Samuels tried to put this bitch on game and she was just not listening. And everything that nigga said has now came true. Hold on, I gotta get that motherfucker ready. Oh, that's right, because I just grabbed it. Cool, I got time to get it ready. What? Oh, let me do this.
Try again. In the person. In the person that try again. Try again. Different.
There we go. All right, let's try this again. All right. All right. What the fuck is this doing? What? Okay. What? All right, hello? I don't know what the fuck that was. That was weird. Hit the live button. I should be back. I don't know how the internet hiccuped. I don't know what that was about, but Internet said hiccup. And left. I didn't even know it was gone. I was looking over here doing that, and then I turned, looked back, was like, man, what the fuck? Don't hate on me. All right. Are we back? Hit that like button. Let's get ourselves reset properly. As everybody comes back, hit that like button. Hit the live button if you want to be in real time. Because sometimes when that happens, it'll push you back a few seconds. So on and so forth. Shout out to the whole Real Late Night crew. Now, take a good look at Kendra G. And wait till you see how she look on this show. It's just like, I think that she thinks she's looking. I think one of the reasons she be wearing all this extra loads of makeup now is I think she probably feel like she getting old. I don't say that as no type of shot. Good night, Hound Dog.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right.
I think I have to admit, when you talk about high value men, those that are, I have friends and the men that I've dated, a lot of things you are spot on. They're very big.
So here we go. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Look at the total difference, bro. Bitch, you don't look nothing like this. You don't look shit like that.
Images, they are big on being catered to. I'm a woman who used to desire those type of men. I don't really desire them that much because I don't want to fulfill what they desire. And one of
So this bitch just admitted that. She just admitted that she want a rich nigga that's gonna buy all this shit, but she don't want to do shit for him.
things we mentioned it the other night is you got to share that man. A lot of times that man, if he makes 400,000 or more, he may have another woman. And I know I cannot deal with that. So I think a lot.
But Kendra, why do you think a nigga that make $400,000 or more would want you? This is the This is where the delusion comes in. So she's referring to Kevin Samuels would tell you girls like, man, y'all be wanting these super rich niggas, but he tried to tell y'all that them niggas be demons. He's like, nigga, do you want to be with a nigga that, hey, some of them niggas be wanting to have as many bitches they want. They don't expect you to say shit because they got so much money that you can't say shit. Well, I don't want one of them. You can, never mind. Uncle Kevin, go ahead and cook. My bad, bro.
A lot of women sometimes say they want these men, but they've never dated it because if they had, they wouldn't be just focusing on the money. There's a lot of women that have men with money, but they're not always happy either.
Well, okay. So the follow-up question to that would be, that's the kind of man you would like to have, you just don't like that aspect of it.
Well, I would say this. I'm 41, right? So when I listen to the women, when I was in the 30s, when I heard the girls from up here, they remind me of myself because I was like, he got to have a lot of money. He got to take care of all the bills. That's what I was on.
You see how she's doing the same shit she tried to do on Tamron Hall and the same shit she just tried to do to that dude. Whenever she's talking about shit that she won't, that everybody thinks is questionable, she puts this shit on other random bitches. Oh yeah, these bitches are like how I used to be. What do you mean used to be? If you weren't like that anymore, Kendra, you would be married.
And I run in those circles, but what I've learned is a lot of those men just couldn't be faithful. So then I learned, well, that's my deal breaker. Faithfulness is my deal breaker. So I've been blessed.
So the question I have then is, because I hear what you're saying, but then I'm also like, that sounds good.
Okay.
Because you 41 years old, married, any kids?
Nope, I froze my eggs though, so I got a safety net just in case.
Freezing your eggs is not a safety net, bitch. Kendra G running out of time, nigga. She's run out of time years ago. She's out of time now.
So you're accustomed to a certain standard of life.
This is true.
And if a man is making the median of what a black man is making, $42,500, he can't afford your standard of life.
So is that my problem?
See,
Again, she wants you to believe that this is not her that's the gold digger. It's other girls that really be on that shit. But is that my problem? Yeah, ham dog, that's her 4 years ago. This is March 21st, 2021.
No, it's the reality of the world. See, what happens far too often, especially in our community, is black women wait too long to get married. You wait till you're too old. You wait till you have too much experience, and your experience and your income has gone up, and that is inversely proportional to your sexual marketplace value.
So can I speak to that?
So let me finish making the example because I hear women,
because she's not listening, bro. She's not listening.
Come on and say, you know what, that high value thing, I really don't want that because I don't want to have to share him. All right, but then are you going to be able to look at a man making $45,000 a year and respect him to the same level that a high value man would be respected?
The answer is no for Kendra. Her weaves are $2,000, nigga. She can't be with no nigga that make 45 beds.
I would respect a man who's hardworking, and as long as he doesn't try to minimize me in any way.
Whenever a girl says that, understand that anytime you can't tell them anything. Anytime you try to tell her something, ask her to do something, tell her to do something, tell her what she should do, you're minimizing her. This is why you still single 4 years later.
Now that's the biggest thing. If he's okay with me being my full self.
You didn't answer whether or not you respect him to the same level you respect the high value man.
Exactly.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm going to say yes, only because I'm going to tell you this. I've dated high value men. I've dated the men with the Rolls Royces and all the cars and all the glitz and glamour. And they always thought because they had the cars and the glitz and glamour that you got to bow down to them. And
she think a nigga that got a Rolls Royce and all these other amenities and was willing to give it to her, and she wouldn't have to humble herself before this man in any way. He's supposed to be the leader. Like, again, she's one of those type of girls that hear the word submissive and be like, what do you mean submissive? Nigga, you read the Bible? What you mean?
I get it, but I'm talking about the man who's working at the post office.
I would say, now, I'm going to tell you my requirements. I want you to be attractive. So if you're a guy that's working at the post office and you're attractive and you...
Hold on, let me tell
From the streets did she emerge, into the street she will return.
She belongs to the streets.
I'll take a nigga work at the post office, but he got to be like a dime.
Time out. Why do you want to be attractive?
Thank you.
I can't have nothing. No,
let me explain. See, this is what's wrong.
What do you mean you can't have nothing? We didn't even ask, nothing about looks had anything to do. He asked you, could you respect a nigga making $45,000 like you would respect a nigga making $45 million? And your response is, yeah, if he's fine.
About women, you're supposed to be the attractive one, not us. Black women today have atavistic mating standards, very primitive, meaning I want you to look good. So he can make $40,000 a year as long as he look good.
I'm not saying that.
That's literally what you just said. That's literally what you just said, though.
I'm not saying that he can make $40,000 a year. I'm not.
That's what most black men make, $42,500.
Okay, so Kevin, so are you saying in your perspective that it's over for me. Then I don't have.
No, it's not. No, what I'm
Yeah.
saying is your price is too high.
How is my price too high?
Okay. Well, first of all,
Jay was happening. And you motherfucking right. She finally got, and Kevin Samuels said this about these chicks. You can't get no man unless you get, the only man that's gonna go to the type of shit that you want them to go through is a nigga that's trying to scam you. Nigga trying to get your money. Ain't no real man let no bitch like Kendra G fully emasculate him at every turn. And it's because she make more money. That's what he's trying to get her to understand is like, you can get you a man, but this whole thing, you said you don't like what the rich niggas do. Okay then. So are you gonna get with a non-rich nigga that'll, you know, treat you right and all this shit, but he only make it 45? Yeah, if he look good. She don't even get it.
you asked me, and I'm going. You're 41 and unmarried.
Right?
You're freezing
By choice.
eggs.
By choice.
By choice, not yours. Not yours. Bro, the most unmarriageable chicks always say that. That is a direct sign of an unmarriageable chick. Not that, because there are some people that are not married by choice. But when you bring it up in this context,
No, that's no.
Well, no,
like it mattered. Exposed, they be saying the shit like that, like it mattered. By choice. Okay, so they don't even understand. That sounds even worse to a lot of men. So you the type of bitch where you get far along in the process, a nigga ask you to marry him or whatever, and then you just be like, no. Or you break it off. You know, some sort of time wasted measure.
say that. I was once engaged when I was in college. Okay.
You was engaged. Oh my Lord. Should have known that was coming. And let me guess, you outgrew that nigga. Let me guess.
See, this is what I mean. The engagement queens, you can't make this shit up.
No, I'm not. Listen, wait,
stop. Don't overtalk me. No.
Shut this shit down. Hey Kendra, why ain't you get at Kevin like you got at everybody else? Hey, you can't overtalk me.
I said if we could start giving black women credit for engagements, you act like that shit matters. I'm not married, but I'm not by choice.
It really don't.
Unless you're turning away proposals of men of value and esteem, it doesn't matter. Y'all talk about like y'all are unmarried. I'm not married, but I'm not by choice. Unless you're turning away proposals of men of value and esteem, it doesn't.
Yeah, he vouched for you, exposing.
Matter. Y'all talk about like y'all are unmarried when ain't nobody that you want to marry trying to marry you.
Oh, that's where it hurts. See, you wouldn't be saying all that shit if it was a nigga that you wanted to actually marry. None of the niggas you actually would marry want to marry you. That's the part she can't get through her fucking skull. She can't get that shit through her skull to save her life.
Kevin, can I speak to that?
No, because I
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Samson, this is Sheila. Mama fell. Shut up, bitch. She ain't, bro. She be listening to answer. She don't listen to understand. She just be listening to answer.
Because I haven't got to my point. You asked me why is it over for me? That's what you asked.
But I want just to say one thing.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Let me get to my point, dude.
No, bitch.
Okay.
I didn't even. This is why it's over for a lot of sisters too. Look.
Why do you got that big ass retarded Kool-Aid smile on your mouth, nigga? This is why it's over for a lot of black women. This bitch crazy, nigga. Motherfucker Motherfuckers got spirits, nigga.
You can be right all you want to. Men control access to marriage. And one of the major reasons that older women are getting passed over for younger women is you're too masculine. You're too bossy. You're too opinionated.
Yes, you, Kendra. You too masculine, you too bossy, and you too opinionated. Nail, meat, head.
That works well in the corporate world when you're making other people successful and rich and fine, but it does not work well when you're trying to connect with a man. Why is it over for many women your age? One, because your income has risen. And females have evolved. Evolutionary biology says women want men to have at least what they have. The older you get, the more money you make, the more education you have, the more resources you get, thereby inflating your estimation of yourself. But that estimation is not your sexual marketplace value. It is going down.
Can I respond? I want to be respectful because it's your
Go
platform.
ahead, but do you understand that example I just gave? The inverse proportional relationship.
I understand, but can I speak now?
So she ain't been listening.
Because I'm being respectful. This is your platform, so I definitely want to honor your rules. I just got out of a relationship in January, and I could be married right now if that was my goal. But
she's not lying. She could be married right now if she knew how to act. And since she don't know how to act, she says that it's a choice by her.
I would rather be happy than just married to say I have a husband. And I don't think that should be looked down upon. I don't think that's my honest truth. You could, feel away, but that's an honest truth. I was in a relationship that he wanted me to.
How long were you in it?
We were together since last year, 8 months.
Okay.
This bitch 41 years old bragging about an 8-month relationship, nigga.
He was ready to be married very soon, very early on.
Right, because he getting older. He's like, why are we bullshitting? Man, I'm glad I got married in my 20s.
And I don't want to be married just to be married. I'm not going to live with fear and say, oh, okay.
So do you want to be married?
Married and living in fear? What the fuck are you talking about? So understand, he just asked her a simple question. Do you want to be married?
Huh?
You want to be married?
Excuse me?
Do you want to be married?
I want to be happily married.
She can't, bro, she's so argumentative. I can't be with people like this, bro. I can't be friends, let alone try to date a motherfucker that's this level of argumentative. Like, you can't answer any question straight. This is such a yes or no question. Do you want to be married? Yes or no? I want to be happily married. What the fuck?
I get married, it's going to be because...
Do you want to be married?
Oh, did he want to be married? Yes.
Do you want to be married?
I would be married if it makes sense. I'm not going to be married just to be married. And I don't feel like that.
All right. So again, I've asked you, do you want to be happily married? And are you going to be married? I want to be happily married. Ma'am, I'm going to be honest. I don't care about your happiness. I don't care about your love. Marriage is a practical choice. And you can...
Marriage is a practical choice. Do you want to go through this life by yourself, or do you want to go through it with a fucking life partner? I don't think enough people look at it like that. That's how practical this shit's supposed to be, bro. This whole thing where it's like, oh, but you got to bring me all these extra levels of happiness by, like, I got to be happily married. Look, nigga, there's going to be some days where being married is going to suck. Being married sucks for me right now. My wife gone. But you know what's part of being married? Holding shit down when the other one needs you to. That's what all this shit is at the end of the day. Fuck your happiness. I'm not happy about this shit right now. But I be damn, I be on anything else. Like she's too self-centered to understand this. She's, oh, I don't want to be married unless I'm happily married. Like, nigga, that's not what marriage is about. Marriage is not about your happiness. Marriage is about you building a fucking family and legacy to proceed on through this life that's everlasting. We used to grow up thinking and knowing about multiple generations before us and shit. Like, so many people bloodlines are just dying out in this generation with just the foolishness of bitches like Kendra G and others.
Take all these things you want, man, and yes.
Oh, Jay, yes, I did. She was like, we the leftovers. Kendra went ballistic. I'm gonna have to pull that up. Kendra went ballistic, even though the chick was right. She was like, because the chick was basically on some, she got old, but she was more humbled than Kendra in the sense where she like, nigga, Kendra, we the leftovers. And nigga, she went ape shit. Kendra, you are leftover, nigga. I'm left over by choice. I chose not to be put on anybody's plate. Then who are you spending $2,000 in weed for? You really spending this just to make you feel good?
You're 41, but you're gonna be 50, just like that.
I know, I will be.
So the question becomes, if you want to be married, I mean, let's be real. You're freezing your eggs for a reason. Why?
I did. Because I didn't want the pressure to just go out and get pregnant because of my age and my clock. Men have that.
Who's gonna carry the baby?
I mean, if I can't carry the baby, then I'll get a surrogate.
From the streets did she emerge, into the street she will return.
She belongs to the streets.
Ladies, listen to me. Your big bro, in some cases, your little bro. Listen to me. I'm putting you on game. It is so much easier to just cooperate with most men, most average men, than freezing your fucking eggs and talking about getting a surrogate. Like, this shit is the levels that people like Kendra G will go to not humble themselves in front of a man on any level. Like, that's just demeaning. When the average man is not trying to just rule over no chick. That's not average man behaviors, like that level of ruling over a chick. There's a difference between like leading your family and ruling over a bitch.
I mean, it happens.
So again, but in order for all that to happen, you have to have a man that you deem worthy propose to you.
Okay, and that's
Hold on.
Okay.
That man, if he could meet your high standard, he could meet a lot of other women's standard as well.
Facts. That's right, Kendra. So the nigga that you would actually want, why the fuck would he pick you when he can get a bitch that look better than you, younger than you, without this nasty ass attitude? Because that's what the average man would do. The average 40-year-old man, the average man that's her age, that got the money and the access to shit that she got, he don't want another 40-year-old. It's just how it is. Oh, they may take one, but again, the type of man she's talking about, these type of men, like, she don't get it, bro. It's going over her head. That's why he's like, you need to just try to get you an average nigga, because the niggas that you really want ain't checking for bitches like you. And so many women would get, or so many of those women rather, would get mad at Kevin Samuels for just pointing that point out. They couldn't accept that.
And here's the problem. There are hundreds of you, thousands of you. Why should he pick you over the one that can carry her own babies at 24 or 25 or 26, who are willing to get on his program, who don't have as many expectations as a woman your age?
Look at that Kool-Aid smile, nigga. You know what that smile is, don't you?
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
Well, listen, this is what I would say. If he wants to, if he feels the way that you're feeling, then he's not the man for me, and I have no.
Well, no shit.
No problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, he feels. I don't see. That's almost that passive aggressive sign language.
It's very passive aggressive. Oh, well, he ain't the man for me. Well, that's what we trying to explain to you. There is no man for you. We trying to tell you about how you said you want these niggas with money. We trying to tell you how a lot of niggas with money act. You saying you not with that. Cool. So you got to get you a regular nigga, but you don't want that. Okay, so you know what that math equals? You end up with nothing. That's why I be laughing when Kendra G be sitting on her show and some bitch will get up there with these delusional ass standards, and Kendra G will draw a stick figure and be like, here go your man. When you gonna draw the stick figure for yourself? Like, come on, bro.
Ask you a question. Do you want me to feel okay? Do you
that passive aggressive sign language, that whole if he's not the man for you, that's I don't play that Tyler Perry Christian crap. That's not it. I don't do that over here. You can do that over there, but I don't do that over here.
Okay, Kevin, I'm being respectful. I really am. I'm trying to
You don't
figure
have
out,
to be respectful. Here's the thing. You being respectful is what you're supposed to do.
Right. Why do you got to keep saying that? I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to be respectful. Because she's letting this nigga know, and he know this, she's letting this nigga know that she want to disrespect the fuck out of him right now. But she trying to be on her best behavior, because I'm telling you, it's probably like motherfucking 25,000, 30,000 to check. This video got 1.1 million views, nigga.
You're not doing me a favor.
okay,
Exactly. What you think you doing me a favor by being respectful? And she laughed at that. Because in her mind, yes. Because I could be disrespecting you. Go ahead, bitch. Bro, I wish she would have tried to get... Bro, I wish she would have turned up on Kevin, bro. This was... Bro, this would have went from 1 million to 10 million. Had Kendra G really turned up on Kevin, she knew what time it was. That's why she doing that slick laughing.
I wanted to have a conversation. I'm hoping we can have a conversation. So I guess am I at the ability to ask you a question? Is that fine?
It's about the topic, sure.
Okay. So what do you want me to accept? Because
that's such a gaslighting question. Well, what do you want me to accept? What? Nigga, you can accept whatever you want. I'm just all right, nigga.
I want you to accept your sexual marketplace value.
Okay, so what does that equal to? So what are you saying that I need to accept?
Okay, what a sexual marketplace value of a 41-year-old woman is lower than the 31-year-old woman.
Okay.
Is lower than the 21-year-old woman. Because if a man wants to have multiple children, he cannot have them with you carrying them.
Okay. That's true. And I don't want to have multiple children. So
Every time he tries to explain to her what men want, she counters it with what she wants. She just so doesn't. That's why she doesn't get that. That's why she can't have a man. Because that's what it's going to be like being with her. Anytime you come to her with a problem you got, she's going to all of a sudden throw a problem back at you. But she does it on such a level that's unbearable. Because a lot of girls do that, some shit like that. But you call them out or whatever, and they tend to back off, some of them. Kendra does the shit on like a level 100, though.
I said, if a man wants to have multiple children, I don't care. See, you keep going back to what you want.
Facts.
You control access to your body, and for a time frame, women control access to whether or not kids are born. But see, what older women, especially accomplished women, have a hard time accepting is your value has a shelf life. After 35, you're at geriatric pregnancy. If you met a man that you found that you thought was the bee's knees and he wanted 3 children, you can't carry them.
Okay, but Kevin, I would say this, right? Can I just say that?
Is that true?
I agree with you. I'm not.
So he would have. So either he would have to forego having the children in his legacy, or he'd have to go find someone who could.
Or it could be a man that might already have children and doesn't want children.
Not my example.
Bro, and then this is gaslighting too. To make up this 0.000000000000001% scenario up, now all of a sudden you've proven it with the most wildest outlier of all time. There is no rich nigga with kids trying to get with a bitch like you, Kendra. It's just not. Scott Johnson?
That's not my example. That's not. That's a different example.
Can I just say this? I respect your insight. I really do. That's why I came on your platform. Okay. But I'm not gonna allow what you think is gonna be for my life to be my life.
Okay,
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
This is, bro, you understand what she's saying right there. She's like, just because you're not going to tell me what men want, because that doesn't fit my plan. And I'm not going to let you tell me what reality is, because if it don't, like, this is some gaslighting on a level unseen, bro. Where a motherfucker's just like, I won't accept reality and you can't make me. I won't accept reality and you can't make me. Bro, man, this shit, bro, just I
respect your insight.
Man, being with a bitch like Kendra G is that's a tough deal, bro.
Really, that's why I came on your platform. Okay. But I'm not gonna allow what you think is gonna be for my life to be my life.
Okay, if you allow what I don't know you, lady.
Right, is that? Well, my name is Kendra. You said
I don't know, a lady, Kendra, ma'am. I don't know.
Well, my name is Kendra. Kendra, lady, ma'am. The fuck?
You?
Okay.
So the thing is, I'm not going to allow you to start getting upset because
I'm not, Kevin. I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
You came to my platform and asked me my opinion. Okay, so to tell me what you're not going to allow me to do, that's not necessary.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just ultimately.
But you were. I don't give a fuck if you were trying, bro. One of the greatest tricks you can learn is not explaining everything is an accident. Well, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I don't care if you were trying to or not. You were. We got to address that, and then we can go to that.
What would you call it? What would you call it? I'm not going to allow what you say to do what?
Because, I mean, listen, I hear you, but I don't. There's plenty of women that I know that have had babies in their 40s, that have gotten married in their 40s. It can happen. So,
are you talking black women?
Yes, I'm talking.
Yeah, 1 in 4 black women were married. 1 in 4 black women were married in their lifetime. So you telling me about the aged black women who marry after 40 and have babies? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. First of all, Kendra be lying. Kendra don't know no over 40. First of all, you never see Kendra hanging with any girls. Who does Kendra be hanging with? You never see her with any other girls. There is no network. Bro, what other girl YouTubers do she fuck with? Does she know any of them? Nobody. So this shit where she's just making it seem like she be out in the streets and people talking to her like she Oprah or somebody is weird. Like, bitch, you just the host of a ratchet ass dating show. This shit where you try to act like you this love expert is weird.
Man, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. That is, unfortunately, and here's the thing. If you're waiting till your 40s to marry and have babies, you did something wrong in your 20s and 30s.
Facts. Facts.
I mean, well, I would say this. I focus on my career, which I know you.
Gotcha, bitch. That's right. You worry about you. You more important than a family. You are more important than a family.
Feel could be something wrong. I have no regrets. And
Because you selfish.
I don't feel like there's anything wrong. I don't feel like there's anything wrong. Let me go ahead and change. Let me tell you, turn you people in the comment section up. I don't care what y'all think. I mean, honestly, I don't judge by what women want. If you want to focus on your career, do that. But see, one thing that women have not been told in this country is there's cost to all of it.
Yeah, girls like Kendra G don't understand trade-off. You can't have it all. The worst thing any person can do in this life is try to get it all. It don't matter how much money you have, there will be aspects of life you can't have.
Can't have it all. Men can't have it all. There are trade-offs and choices. If you chose to focus on your career, I am all for that. Do it.
Jay, I'm not giving her that. She timestamper it didn't happen. I'm not giving her that. She's such a fucking liar. I don't believe she know any women. I won't say it's not possible, but I will definitely not say that it's not possible she don't.
But it comes at a cost of your prime childbearing years. I don't make human beings the way they are. So this is the choice women have to make.
I wholeheartedly agree. And I was engaged into my college sweetheart. I went to Hampton and I chose to focus on my career instead of becoming a wife. I have no regrets. And just as I hear what you're saying with statistics, one of my best friends just got married last year. She's pregnant, due any day now, and she's 41, and she's a Black woman. So all I'm saying is, yes, you're right.
I don't believe her at all.
Maybe the statistics aren't there, but in my reality, in my worlds, I know women that
anecdotal evidence doesn't change the fact.
Exactly. If the majority of people, so for example, I'll give you an example. This is like y'all sitting here saying that since y'all know that I pulled that card out of a pack of cards, that even though a motherfucker tell you the odds of it is really, really low, you're going to say, that's not my reality. I seen Shay get it, so it's going to be just as easy for me to get it. Well, the odds say differently. Well, that's not my reality. In my reality, I seen somebody else do it. So I know I can do it. Understand, even if this shit is true, what she's saying, you not the same person. This shit where you like, well, I'm just like her. I know how to act like her. If she can get married and get this kid at 41, I easily can do it too. And he's sitting there trying to tell, like, even if what you saying is true, like, that don't mean that's how it's gonna play for you, because for most women in your boat, it don't play like that. She's goofy.
Huh?
Anecdotal evidence doesn't change the fact. You know people like you. That does not change the reality.
Well, okay. I'm not taking away from that.
What I'm saying is, man,
but you are.
I'm just saying that.
Listen to what we're doing in the black. Listen to what we're doing in the Black community. Take it away from you. Take it away from your friends. We're actually having a conversation about women having babies in their 40s. That's how warped we've become in the Black community, because we cannot get it.
And not in the sense of like having a baby, like you and your husband decide to have another baby or some shit like that. No, you're talking about the true beginning of a family at 40. 41. She's 41 now, and she ain't with no dude. So at least a year to get with a dude to marry, and then so y'all having a baby at 40, only like a year into a relationship. That your eggs are froze.
Together in our prime mating and marrying years, because so many of our women value these so-called careers. Now, I don't doubt that you have a career, but I got to let you know how many women I've talked to over the countless years who call their job a career. Most people have a job. Most people have jobs. Most people don't have careers. And it seems to be, why can Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Anu all go out and have jobs and careers just like black women have jobs and careers and still be able to spin that plate and find a husband? Why can every other race of women seem to be able to do that, but black women are doing that at a 1 out of 4 ratio, and the next closest women are white women who are married twice as much as you are? And that's married to anybody. You're not marrying anybody.
Can I respond to that? I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but I also think that if women are realistic and they are open to dating and maybe not always focusing on the money and maybe to give up some things on their list, it is possible. I know you said yourself, your mother got married at 50. There's people that do still find love in their 40s. And I just think that I don't want women to feel hopeless.
And her 3 sisters died alone.
Huh?
And her 3 sisters on the way to dying alone.
Well, speaking of dying alone, I had a mother who wasn't married when she died, and she didn't die alone. She died.
Do you think black women have been given? Do you think black women?
She always got anecdotal evidence to disprove science, bro.
Have been given the accurate message for life?
I will say no. I will say no. I'll give you that. But I will say this too. There's a lot of things I do agree with you on, Kevin, and that's why I came on your platform. But I will say the die alone things. I don't want to give women. I don't think women should be pushing.
Oh, I do. I think fear. I think we need some healthy fear. Because here's the thing: when we do this whole coddling, don't act like it is what it is. No,
dying alone is like, especially in that sense, not like, you know, after one dies or something like that. Nah, but in the sense of like, you ain't got no family. That's what true dying alone is. Like, if you didn't carve out your own family and shit like that, like, you're gonna be at the end of life by yourself. It's gonna be more than just not having a dude. You're not gonna have the older kids, the grandkids there, maybe even a great grandkid or two. You're just gonna be by yourself. That's the part I don't think a lot of people understood. I think a lot of people took this shit just like oh, well, you ain't got no man. Nah, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that.
We need to tell you smoking causes cancer. We don't need to tell you smoking causes smoking makes you happy. Okay. Because I'm looking at our community. Black men are at the bottom, black women are at the bottom, black boys are at the bottom. You're the only group of women who stand out proudly saying, I don't need a man.
I would love to see what the stats are now, because I'm sure like everybody is lower in the marriage pool because of the red pill manosphere shit mixed with the sheer 7 female shit, where it's like making dudes make themselves as undesirable to women and family as possible while the women are doing the same on the other side. And that's just like been my observation of looking at the younger generation and this dating shit.
To make it through life. No other,
like their most viral, the most watched dating shows be shows where they never make true connections.
other group or race of women is so bold to stand outside and say, put all the pressure of the world on me because I don't need him.
Well, I don't believe that. I believe men are very important. I love the black man. My
father.
father.
It's our culture.
Okay, I agree with that. Let me ask you this, Kevin. Do you think a woman, because I hear you talk about settle, and I always wondered your answer to this. Should a woman be with a guy who might be cheating on her, not treating her the best? Do you think it's better to have a man than to not have a man at all?
Yeah, that's a disingenuous question.
Like, bro, like, what was that?
So when you come in setting the table as if is the choice between a negative and a man, I reject that question. Why don't you give it the other way around? Do you think a woman should have a man who actually she can build with and partner with, such and so forth? Why come in assuming bad faith to begin with?
No, I'm not.
No. Yes, you did. You came in and gave me a negative versus having a man. And that means if he's going to do this, should she choose that? Why don't you give me the other side? Give me the good faith argument.
Okay, well, no, there is a good faith argument, but I just heard you say several times, I think sometimes women...
No, what I'm saying is, why didn't you come through the door giving the good faith argument?
Right.
Why do I have to ask you for it?
Well, I think naturally, if a man is treating you right, if you find a Russell Wilson, what would be the...
An NFL Super Bowl quarterback. Only if he's an NFL Super Bowl quarterback.
The reason for you to leave.
You mean an NFL MVP quarterback? That's the only thing?
Okay, we'll take the money. Or just a man, period, that celebrates you.
What I'm asking you.
What do you mean? What is a man celebrating you for? Especially when y'all come in the girls like Kendra G come in the room and be like, I ain't trying to do shit. So what am I celebrating?
I don't celebrate you. You're supposed to celebrate him.
But what I'm asking you, Kevin, is this, and I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just simply asking.
You're not trying, but you really are doing it. This bitch said I'm really trying not to be combative. Which she knows she's being combative. Yeah, this bitch said Russell Wilson, bro. Look, Jay, this is her reality. That's not her reality. That's not her reality. Do whatever the fuck she want. Meek, what's happening, cuz? This motherfucker said, yeah, I'm with that if it's like Russell Wilson. What?
Your question, and I'm really trying not to be combative here. Is there some
You
women?
shouldn't have to try.
You shouldn't have to try. Like, I'm really trying hard not to be combative. Like, why do you have to try?
But what I'm asking you, Kevin, is this, and I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just simply asking you a question, and I'm really trying not to be combative here. Is there some
You
women?
shouldn't have to try.
There's some women who date men who might not be treating them the best, and I always just wonder because I know you preach a lot about settling and being with men. And
I talk a lot about settling because that's what a lot of women talk about all the time when they really ain't settling. See, what I'm saying is I asked you the question.
Okay, I'm sorry.
One of the two things wrong in our community is one, so many of our women come into interactions with black men in bad faith. You assume the worst, the negative. Ma'am, go rewind this part.
Yeah, you came in and you was like, well, what if the man, he cheating and he ain't this? Like, what? Why is that where you go with it? Like,
you gave me an example. Do you think a woman should settle for a man that's cheating on her, abusing her, such and so forth, in order to just have a man? That is a disingenuous French toast ass position. When you could have easily come in and gave me the positive, good faith. Do you think it would be better for a woman to be with a man who she can actually live with and cooperate with and build a life with, or have nothing? You could have made that choice to come.
Nah, she is shiny bronze penny. You know how some of them really old pennies be that type of shiny? She ain't like no brand new penny.
In the door, good faith or bad faith? You chose to come. No, you chose to come in bad faith because that is the default position in our community.
Well, no, Kevin, let me apologize if it came across that way because
No apologies necessary. That just shows you where we are in the community.
Right, but what I'm saying is there are times though, obviously there's men out there that treat their women good. I know several men who celebrate their wives and they're good men. So I wasn't asking that question because I thought that's a no-brainer. If you're with a man that is treating you good and you can build with, of course you be with him. But there are times when women are dealing with men who are bringing them more sorrow than happiness.
Look, I don't let dudes operate like this either. I'm like, bro, I have been on a crusade to get people to understand what average people are. Like, that's just such a generic thing. Like, sometimes these dudes be bringing you sorrow and pain. Nigga, that's being married, bro. Sometimes the nigga gonna get on your nerves. Sometimes the girl gonna get on your nerves. Why? Because y'all only around each other and that's how we work. We don't agree on everything. And sometimes we get on each other's nerves. Potato, what's happening, cuz?
And I was just wondering if you think being a single woman in that predicament would be better off than being with the man who might be bringing you drama. That's all I was simply just trying to ask that question. There's 3 types of men. There's a man that treats you good.
All right, no. See, this is what we do too often. We do this too often. Acting as though women don't have accountability and consequences in the men they cheat. No, man. Okay, I'll let you go on for 30 seconds, and you say a man should be celebrated. I don't know why black women come in and talk about men should be celebrated. You're supposed to celebrate the man. He's not supposed to celebrate you. What other race of women runs around talking about them? You need to celebrate them. What are we celebrating?
Well,
who's on top? Who leads?
Well, Kevin, okay.
Who's on top? Who leads?
I do say that, yes, the man leads, but I have to just speak for the men that I know that are happily married. They celebrate their wives. They do.
You are, bro, every position she got, she's going to tell you how she know a gang of people, and you will never get proof. You're just supposed to take her word for it. So now she's in contact with a bunch of married men. Why the fuck would married men be talking to single ass Kendra G? And they sitting around telling Kendra G how they celebrate their wives. This, bro, she's just, all she do is sit on the phone with motherfuckers, bro. Like, celebrate is a new coded language that gold diggers use. It's akin to saying, I want to be spoiled. Carefree, what's happening?
All right. Okay.
But listen,
you can so okay, man, but who? Okay. This notion is toxic to come in. It's toxic to like, yes, it is, because it keeps women with this overinflated stuff that they need to be celebrated. To where asking women, yesterday I had a woman on Instagram thinking that being a traditional housewife was tantamount to slavery just because. I
remember that chick. She was like, that sounds like slavery. Bro, she was like, she wanted a rich nigga. And that nigga was like, well, what if that rich nigga wants you to like just be the housewife and do, the housework and shit? She was like, that's like slavery. Oh, man, I gotta go back and watch her.
Because she had to actually cook a damn meal.
I saw that.
So that's a woman that shares your reflection.
How?
She's black.
Kendra G is so fucking stupid.
Oh, so it's my reflection. Okay, that's what you're
saying. Yes. So my notion, the notion, the way so many women talk as though you're some sort of god or deity that's supposed to be celebrated. The way we do it over here is men of value lead. Women of value follow them. You celebrate your man. You praise your man. What y'all do on your side is good for you. Hope it works for you. But more people on this side are winning. More people on that side got opinions and no husbands. Especially no husbands they value. So you talk about Russell Wilson. I don't know many men on this side that respect Russell Wilson, not because he married a woman with a child, it's because he's a simp.
Why is he a simp? Why is he a simp?
Because that's an entire program.
Why is he a simp? You can't be serious.
Here's the thing. How about this? Because the men say he is.
Well, okay, as a female, then I want to simp, because if there's a man.
Well, then go ahead. Then you so you want to have again, and thank you guys. Listen to what she said. She wants to simp. She wants to simp. She wants to simp because a man like Russell Wilson, who put Sierra on a pedestal, pedestalizing a woman is. I said this 3 weeks ago. Show me a culture or a race of competitive people where the women were pedestalized above the men, and show me a competitive civilization. You don't.
And here's the thing, Russell Wilson ain't out of the woods yet. See, one thing that ain't talked about a lot is a lot of times these niggas these star quarterbacks and shit like that, the bitch leave as soon as you stop playing football. Ain't that right, Tom? Even Tom Brady bitch left. They don't be caring. Some of them don't be caring. Them true ones.
Men's purpose needs to be pedestalized, not the female. It doesn't mean that see, this is a problem. So many women in the black community want to be sitting up like this queen, and if a man is sitting up here looking at you, he cannot fight everybody else, compete with everybody else, and defend the world. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. And that's why so many women, black women, are by themselves because...
I mean, because I ain't gonna lie. Sierra is not different. That means you ain't paid attention. Like, she be disrespecting this nigga left and right with a lot of shit she be on. Yeah, Sierra ain't no angel.
Because if they can't be treated like the queens that they think they are, then they'd rather have nothing, and no one's going to stop you. Because if it ain't, because the problem ain't black men. It ain't black men because ain't no man marrying you. When it says 1 out of 4 black women were married, that means anybody. So your career, your job, your accomplishments, whatever is walking around making you feel great and wonderful about yourself, that works well until you're about 55 or 60. Then what? What's about the rest of life?
Are you asking me that direct question?
The ultimate point is we get nowhere when we have women who still think they should be celebrated ahead of the men.
Well, I think they should celebrate each other, and maybe we have
Who should be celebrated? Who should lead?
I don't mind the man being the head of the household.
What do you mean you don't mind? Like, she said, I don't mind.
You don't mind.
Wow, that was the wrong answer.
Yes.
Like, I think if a man...
Okay, so who should throw the ball on? So who should handle the ball on the offense side of football? I don't mind if the quarterback handler. Who should throw the pass? I don't mind if the quarterback, or is that the quarterback's job?
Okay, I thought I was giving you I think we're giving the same answer.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're not.
Like, I swear, bro.
Because I don't mind. See, it doesn't matter if you mind or not. It's what it should be.
Okay, so if the man leaves the household, I don't feel like the female can't have an opinion on anything.
Nobody said that.
She can. She's valued counsel.
And I do think the man should be celebrated, but I also think, and I've witnessed it, men who hold their wives to high value and will do anything to protect her and will say that they would not be the man they are without that particular woman. I had men, high value men that you call high value men, say things like that. So I know
what do women say about their men?
Exactly.
Again?
What do women say about their men?
Oh, they love them. They appreciate them. They think that they're their king. So it goes both ways. They're celebrating each other. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Okay.
Listen, I appreciate you bringing me on your show. We're going to agree to disagree on a couple of things. Like I said, Friday and Saturday.
No, well, one way works and one way doesn't.
Well, I mean, I will say this. Maybe I live in some exceptions to the rules because I'm just speaking on the things that
you do.
Right. Nothing's 100%, Kendra. You're right.
1 in 4 black women were married. AP. You do. And I don't know where you I don't know if you just look at my show Monday through Friday, that's the world.
Okay, well, Kevin, can I just say this one thing? I feel like you do give good advice, but sometimes when the women come up here, you make them feel hopeless because there's certain things.
No, I don't make you feel anything. You're responsible for your own feelings.
Okay, I will take that back. I will retract that. But I would say if a woman has, I don't have any kids, but if a woman has children and if she's a certain age and you feel like there's no man out there for her, then what is she?
So if I tell a woman what the statistics are and what the men and if I tell you what the men are saying, see what you don't seem to realize is if I had a drone follow me every day, when I go out into Atlanta or around this country, how many men will come and say from high school to on walkers saying thank you. Thank you for telling the truth. Thank you for saying what I can't say. Every day, dozens of men. Can I take a picture with you? Thank you for telling the truth. I'm so glad. So it ain't what Kevin is saying. And see, the problem is so many women are focusing on the messenger, the tone, or whatever. You're losing the fact that you're finally getting some accurate information that ain't telling you don't forget your crown, you're a queen, and all this other kind of stuff, because all those people want to sell your books, sell your dreams. When you talk about leaving hopeless, I think many women who bought this bullshit that these men have been selling and then turn around and find out they're cheap just like everybody else, and ain't the men they say, then they should feel hopeless. At least I'm telling you 2 + 2 is 4. Make a decision what you want, 2, 2, or 4.
Facts.
Okay, well first of all, you're absolutely right. I know plenty of men that speak your praises. Like I even said, there's things that you have said that I have agreed with, and things that I know high value is a thing with money. Men with money would tell me certain things that you do tell the people on your platform. So I'm not disagreeing with you there. If there's any disagreement that I would ever have, is just the accord of women, if they don't, they can't get married in their 40s. Or
Never said they couldn't get married. I didn't say they couldn't get married. What I say is you have to pick first of all, you're not gonna I hate when you ladies do this. You oversimplify what I say and then expect me to actually hold that. When have I told a woman that she can't get married?
Well, I know you have this thing called the danger zone, and you
what does that mean?
Wants you.
What does that mean?
The danger zone is she's in a certain age bracket, like if she has kids, if she's overweight, and if she's a certain age, you have.
Kendra, you just proven that you don't know what I talk about. That's not.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's
Kendra,
stupid.
you fucking embarrass
your
yourself,
common
bro.
sense.
Every time you go somewhere, she gotta stop playing away games, nigga. She gotta stop playing away games.
What the danger zone means.
Educate.
So this is what I mean. You're a professional woman, and you're in media too, right? You run.
Yes, I am.
And you watch my show. I defined the danger zone countless times.
Every show.
And you still were saying something that ain't. The danger zone is the years between 27 and 35.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm saying.
That's not it.
Okay.
27 to 35, when a woman needs to really focus like a laser on the outcome she wants. If you want to be married with children, you need to focus like a laser, because after age 30, by 35, you hit what's geriatric pregnancy. That's not Kevin. That's nature. That's biology. See, what happens so often is you ladies get triggered. You think you hear what I say. You're going to try to make the danger zone be all that stuff, and it was none of that stuff.
Okay.
You're going to try to say, well, you tell a woman that they're this and they're that, and I don't say that.
Okay.
Ma'am, you'll be able to go back. This is going to be up. You'll be able to hear what you said. And the fact of the matter is, I don't tell women that they can't. I tell them it's unlikely depending upon their particular situation. And yes, let me reiterate. If you are a woman over 35, overweight and with children, it is highly unlikely that you're going to find a man making 6 figures plus who wants to marry you.
It is what it is.
Because those men want something in return too, and they typically don't want somebody else's children. Now, is that meaning them hopeless? No, what it's telling them is you've made your choice to allow yourself to reproduce 1, 2 times with or without the benefit of a husband, most of the times without. You've allowed yourself to become the physical shape you are. That's your responsibility. It is not this man's responsibility to lower his standards, settle, when he's had to work to become this thing. No one gave him this. He deserved to get something from this. But see, we're so busy trying to tell women that they should be celebrated that we forget to think about, what about your men? We need to start celebrating men, black men, and forget the black men. What about the boys? Fuck the men. What you doing with the boys? All these women with children, what are you doing with your boys? Black boys reading at the 4th grade level. Black boys are behind. Forget us. You don't have to like us. But what are you doing with your boys sitting next to your daughters? And more often than not, women are telling their daughters, get an education, do this, and so forth, and they're making their sons punks, putting them in Jordans and pink shirts, and making them son husbands. And they are raising the same men that you ladies complain about. prioritizes sooner or later this old nasty old bad old patriarchy, you're gonna have to realize that it's the one thing that's made this world evolve.
She ain't hear a damn thing you said.
Okay. I know you probably have to go on to somebody else, but there's just one more thing I want to talk to you about, if you allow it. I know it's your platform. The dying alone. Because I feel like the dying alone thing, I know my uncle died alone. He was a man. My father found him dead a day after he was dead.
Your uncle died alone, he was what?
I said he was a man. So I'm not sure when you talk about dying alone, it can go both ways. Now,
see, that's what we started off today, right? That's exactly what we started off talking about.
Is that bad for me to say that?
Yes, it is.
How?
Because this is exactly, you can't make this shit up, guys. It's always, when it gets tight on women, we got to make it always go both ways. This overgeneralization. See, here's the thing about men dying alone. Men have always died alone. They've been called weirdos, hermits, loners. But men at least have the decency to leave everybody else the fuck alone. They'll sit in their cabin, sit there eating Hungry Man or Swanson or ramen noodles. They'll even go homeless. What do you think all these men out here are homeless? Show me groups of homeless women. Nowhere in the world where women are by themselves do they not require and demand stuff from the state. It's killing Japan. It's killing China right now. Women who are unmarried, living in communes or groups of one another, but then they're getting older and older and older, and the state cannot support aged
Kendra, are you listening?
people. It used to be your nuclear family.
She got the same neck that motherfucking Merton Hanks got, nigga.
Your extended family who took care of mama and papa and granny and auntie. But now you got adults who are choosing to be independent, making $60,000, $70,000 a year when they're in their 30s or 40s, doing decent, but they're not living high on the hog. But you don't have no retirement. All you away for is one illness or one fall from being broke. So, dying alone, women don't sit around at 50 or 60 years old and not demand government assistance, benefits of some sort. They're demanding something on the system. So, men are still supporting you. And that is going to break a society. We cannot afford it. So, like it or not, ladies, when we start seeing homeless, elderly women like we see homeless men, then women will start getting the picture. Because, like it or not, the coffers are empty. You can't not gonna just be because many women still think, yeah, well, if it get too bad, I'll just go to the church. I'll go to the Jesus house. What about when all that's closed? What about when there's no more resources? Where are those women gonna go? The same place homeless men have always gone. Outside.
Back outside.
Do you believe that marriage benefits men too? Like I know you.
Do I believe what benefits men?
Do you feel okay? And because I know I have to ask my questions very correctly with the words. So I know that you believe women, marriage is a benefit to women. Do you believe that marriage is a benefit to men?
Oh my Lord, bro. She is so stupid.
Like, should men try to find wives? Like, is that important to them? Or?
Well, it used to be. It used to be when women valued marriage and valued men. But today, more often than not, women value a man's resources and his ability to provide. That's why I stick in the high value area, because I realize that most women don't want a man making $40,000 a year. I asked you that 30 minutes ago. Would you respect a man making $42,000 a year? And the answer you had was no. I didn't say no. No, you didn't know. What you did not do is answer.
Yeah. That's exactly who it was, Joe. So you telling me her and Merton Hanks ain't got the same neck? That's exactly who it was.
I remember what you did. You did not answer it directly.
I respect any man, first of all, that has a job. So I did say that. That's not true.
But no, the answer was ultimately the lifestyle. Would you be willing to lower your lifestyle? Are you willing to lower your lifestyle?
Oh, lower my lifestyle.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you make more than $42,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay, so if he's making $42,000 a year, he's only going to be able to pay whatever percentage of his overall income towards the mortgage, the lights, everything else, and even the car. So if you drive a BMW, he's supposed to get a bicycle?
So I'm supposed to get a lower car then? I'm just asking.
That's what let me explain. That's what a man would have to do. That's what a man. That's what a man. That's what a man would have. That's what a man would be expected to do. If a man was earning more than his woman, the world would expect that man to get him a decent car and her a decent car. The world would look at that man crazy if he was driving a car that his income could afford and she was riding around in a Honda Civic and he was riding around in a Mercedes. The world would look at him all kind of craziness.
But see, now, can I respond to that, Kevin? That's on the man to have more stability and confidence in himself, because if you're worried about the world,
that's not. We can't skip past. No. You asked, is it on me to lower my lifestyle? Well, if he can't afford to go, see, a man making less than you is not used to going to eat the places you do, go to do the things you do.
Facts.
So you're gonna have to forego doing those things, unless you want to pay for them.
I see what you're saying.
And I'm a smart enough man to know that comes with a woman lacking respect for a man. So we can play around this all we want to. You can say, I don't want to deal with a high value man if it regards sharing it with somebody. I would rather do this, but this man over here is not going to get high value man respect. And he's going to always know that this dude was really your first choice, but you didn't want to deal with this, and you're not going to put him at the same level of pedestal that you would have to put this man on to share or honor him like they need to be. So honestly, is there any value to marriage to an average guy today? No, because modern women are not marriageable like the women of before.
Shit.
Do not. Modern women today are not ready to be with their mothers, well, their grandmothers and their great-grandmothers were. They're not. I didn't make it that way.
I guess I'm gonna live in the exception to the rule area.
But you can live in the exception to the rule, and
how do you get to say that?
That's fine. At 41 years old, I try to do that too. But when I'm talking to people across the board, I don't do that. When I talk to 24-year-old women who tell me that they could not marry a plumber off rip just because of the title plumber, and she's a political science major, what do you want me to tell them?
My thought though that I built a career, like that's where I kind of get confused, because if I'm not judging the
your choice, it's your choice,
right? So if
it's your choice, okay, ma'am. You keep asking me, is it your fault? I don't know why you keep asking me this. Your choice. You choose the outcomes. Here's the bottom line for me and you and everybody. Relationships are reflective. You attract what you are.
Okay, I agree.
So if the man you were with 8 months ago wasn't up to standard, you allowed him in your life for 8 months, 8 valuable months at 40 plus.
I'll be okay though. I don't have a problem in that area. And one day I'm gonna get married, Kevin, and you're gonna be invited to the wedding. And when I have my
you act like I'm sitting here cheering.
4 years later, only thing that happened was she got scammed by African. She inviting niggas to weddings. Nigga Kevin dead and gone, and she got scammed by African.
And saying that you're not, but what I'm saying is modern women's estimation of themselves, modern black women's estimation of yourself is you're more prideful than average men.
I'm more prideful?
Black women are more prideful than black women, in my opinion, my personal opinion, have more pride than most men.
Well,
Let me explain what I mean. Because you ask a lot of educated sisters, the first thing you lead with is your accomplishments. That is a masculine thing. When women, that's not a feminine thing. Go
Man, Kendra looks so different in this.
On my show. I got it. Where you think this song come from? I'm a PhD. That came from me asking a woman, where's your husband? What?
Nigga, look how much hair she had. All this shit gone.
What? Husband, I would not choose to be.
Over.
I'm a PhD. And the thing is, if the ultimate goal for so many of these women is they want to be in a emotionally significant, profound relationship, having their own children, these PhDs, these masters, these careers, especially when the truth comes out that they really don't want to have to pay significant bills after they're pregnant and don't want to have to pay but a small portion of the overall financial family load,
So it's kind of like how they do temporary tattoos. You got temporary baby hairs.
Marriage, then these careers and jobs are just ego projects. Because what you plan on doing is if you get the kind of man you want to get, you're going to jettison it for a period of time anyway, while everybody else is working. So these careers are ego projects for most. So if that's what women choose to do, great, do it. But then you come out here at 35, 40 years old and talk about, I can't find no man on my level. All these men are beneath me, yada, 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 yada. And then act like the problems with the men. No, you waited too long. Your price is too high. Your eggs is dried up. You're out of shape. Your attitude is not where it needs to be. And then you think somebody should value your socioeconomic status when it's actually your looks, fit, feminine, cooperative, submissive, the things it's always been.
Okay.
And I get to be the asshole that says this over and over again because everybody else wants you to buy their seminars and their books. I don't have a seminar or book.
No, again, like I said, Kevin, the things that you said on your platform, I have heard men say to me and talk about the things that they won't say to women. So I have heard those things. So that's why I said there's a lot of things I agree with. There's some things I disagree with, but that's life. And I mean, again, I don't want no smoke, Kevin. I was coming on your show.
No. I'm looking for a clip. I'm looking for a clip when I had a woman here for me.
Okay, you want me to hear a clip? Okay.
No. This woman that came on my show and she's on her chair. See, what I'm saying is, for women who want to have a career or whatever, there's a man out there that you can make a deal with. But the problem is, far too many Black women did not prioritize finding or being found by a suitable man. They thought they were told focus on this, and then when you decide you want to settle down, then you can turn around and go get one. That ain't how it works. Every other group of women realize that I need to find them in college, in grad school, early on in the process, and then grow with it.
Some even that don't even go to college and shit like that.
But this is where sisters come along. You didn't find him when you was in school. So now you get to this point, you don't want no build-a-boo or build-a-bread. Okay, so you want this man over here. You want the man who's already in process on his purpose, that don't need nothing from you, who can provide for you. Well, guess what? He wants a whole lot. Cartier don't go on sale, baby girl. I never seen Cartier go on sale. Never seen Cartier go on sale.
Well, I do think women that make a certain amount of money or a certain category have to adjust some of their wants. Because you are right. The market value is a little different. My thing, and you cleared it up for me, because I always thought it was you'll never get married and things of that nature. But you cleared that up for me tonight. That's why it's good to have a direct conversation. Mm-hmm. You never said it would never happen. Nope. But it can happen. And I just think that I just want.
If you were telling women what to do, would you tell them to wait till you're 40, or would you tell them to prioritize it in your early 20s?
Well, let me be honest. I'm a career woman, and I feel like my career is who I am.
If you want to be married and have children, what would you tell women to do?
You gonna let me answer? Because I would tell a woman not to have a baby until she's married. I strongly believe in being married before you have a child, and but I wouldn't tell her to do it out of fear. I wouldn't tell her to do it because.
What age?
Just say
I have
age.
to be honest. The age that works for you. When you feel
this is so vague. Give me a range. Give me a range, man.
Okay, well, let me say this. This is why I say this. I have college. Because Kevin, I want to answer the question.
This is why young. I'm gonna stop you right here, man. I'm gonna stop you right here, and I'm gonna stop you right here. This is why young women are stopped coming to you, ladies. As the woman who called my show last night asked me, who are you to be giving all this advice? And then this 46-year-old woman. Young women are stopped listening to y'all because you won't stop. There's a reason there are 32,000 people watching my show, and a lot of them are women, because you're not telling them the truth. You won't be direct with them. You won't just tell them, look, if you want to have your career, it's going to cost you. You won't tell them that if you want to get married and have kids, you need to do it before a certain age to have a better shot. You know better, but you won't tell them. Tell them.
No. Okay, well, let me say this. I was engaged when I was in my 20s to my college sweetheart.
I ain't asking about you.
Kevin, let me just give you, because I'm going to give you the answer. And I made a choice not to get married, right? And I don't have kids to this day. So I could say I have regrets because I could be married.
Here come that by choice shit again.
What age?
That was like 25.
What age would you tell the women? I ain't asking about you. And
I'm trying to answer it, but you won't let me answer it.
No, I just need you to give me the age. I don't need the background. Give me the age. They're between the ages of 21 and 50. What age, if you want to get married and have a family, what age should they start prioritizing?
You allow me to answer, Kevin?
I'm allow you to give me an age. I'm going to end this conversation.
I know a girl that had a baby.
I'm allow you to give me an age range.
Kevin,
right.
Oh my God. It was
All
nice
right.
talking to you.
Yep.
Since you're not
This is why they're not listening.
Kendra G got hung up.
Now you give me an age range.
She's such a gaslighter. Just give an age. She can't, because to give an age is against everything she's trying to preach.
Kevin,
All right.
Oh my God. It was
All
nice
right.
She saw that nigga reaching for that button, nigga. Yeah, it was nice talking to you.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Since you're not
This is why they're not listening to you anymore. This is why. This is a woman talking about our running relationship channel, and I asked a simple question. At what age would you tell women to start prioritizing? They don't want to tell you.
My name is Chastity.
What do you got for me?
Nigga, Kendra G, like, she ain't learned shit. 4 years. And the only thing she learned was to, all she did was learn to, mimic some of his talking points. Yeah, Cal, well, it was nice. This bitch. Oh, I had a fun Friday. I got one more day. I get somewhat of a day off, I guess. Continue to pray for my wife. Pray for my mother-in-law. Continue to pray for us. Go get me a couple of winks, I guess. I gotta go back to that damn car show because I saw something I want to get Christy. But we gonna find out, nigga. We gonna see. But for now, say goodnight to your boy. The bad news is I don't think we gonna be going home. I think Christy gonna be coming home, and then she'll just be going here and there because, like, you know, where moms is at, the kids will never be able to go until and she there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So it'll probably be. So I thought we was gonna be going next week. Nah, I think Christy will probably come home next weekend. All stay the same. Potato Gaming, Janice, Try Again, Brianna, Kendra, Janice, Erica. She learned to lower her standards and date a scammer. She gave up on that nigga. I mean, this nigga's a scammer. Like, he got a scammer rap sheet, like criminal rap sheet of a scammer. Holly. God is great. God is great. It is 4:15 on the East Coast. Janice, I'm going to sleep now. I'm going to give me a bite to eat and go to sleep. It's hard for me to sleep. Like, I can't get sound sleep. So even when I go to sleep, I sleep just way more lighter than normal. So thoughts on LeBron getting up in Stephen A. Smith's face at the game and yelling at him over Bronny comments. WWE ESPN. LeBron knew he was on camera. Whoever recorded that shit, they knew that that shit was going to happen. It just so happened to be the perfect angle to where you could see LeBron. First of all, and then Bronny James commenting on it like, y'all niggas is bitches. Fuck Bronny James. Fuck LeBron James, nigga. Like, I hope that's what he was saying. I hope he was complaining about that shit. That's why your son ain't never gonna be shit. V12. But I ain't gotta get up and do school, so that changes everything. To where it's like Shay Jr. can get up and come watch a cartoon or two before I actually gotta get up. Compared to I gotta get up and get out. LeBron sitting here, man, you talking shit about my son. First of all, nigga, this whole thing, and this is some new thing that they've been doing where all of a sudden they're trying to make it like Stephen A. Smith is anti-LeBron. Like how they had Kai Cenat on there saying that Stephen A. Smith is this LeBron hater. I'm like, nigga, I sat and watched Stephen A. Smith sit across from Skip Bayless, who was the LeBron hater. Where's this shit where all of a sudden LeBron mad at Stephen A. Smith for how he was like, what the fuck? Like, man, shut the fuck up. The nigga's son suck. Nigga, his daddy ain't even that good. Nobody would, all this shit motherfuckers talk about LeBron. Ain't nobody picking LeBron to win any shooting contest because the nigga can't shoot. This nigga, motherfucking Kendra Perkins gonna tell me that LeBron James is the best player in the NBA right now, and Joker had 30, 20, and 20 tonight. Joker had 30, 20, and 20. He said cap. Hold on, let me give you the official stat line, nigga. This nigga said cap. This nigga didn't know the Joker went dumb. He didn't know the Joker went fucking dumb tonight. 31, 21, and 22. This nigga had 31 points, 21 rebounds, and 22 assists for the first ever 30-20-20 game in NBA history. Zach LaVine been fucking killing. All these motherfuckers been killing, and nobody's talking about niggas. Why? Because niggas just be swearing LeBron's still the best nigga. Miles Bridges had 46 tonight. Like, let LeBron have 46. It'd have been, that's all niggas be talking about. Aaron Williams, 30. James Harden is more serviceable than LeBron. He way more dependable than LeBron. And everybody think that James Harden is washed. And I'm like, nigga, he's way more dependable than LeBron. Yeah. My bad. Yeah. Yeah, nigga. Kendra Perkins lying like a motherfucker, bro. LeBron ain't even in the top 10, nigga. There's legit 15 niggas in the NBA that would take over LeBron. 20. Maybe you, nigga. There's a gang of niggas I take over LeBron. They just all to play this narrative of him being 40 and He's timeless at 40. Nigga, this old ass nigga, I saw him get hung on a tip dunk the other night. They don't ever show the highlights of him looking old. Like, this nigga got hung. He tried to do a tip dunk and got hung, nigga. And I was like, LeBron, nigga, you done lost your hops, nigga. You can't even dunk no more, nigga. You can't even dunk no more, nigga. Not like that. LeBron come through the paint and do a one-hand dunk. This nigga's 6'9". So he ain't even got to jump that high to really dunk. Bro, he come through the lane and do any dunk, nigga. They gonna act like this nigga's still jumping from the free throw line. They act like LeBron's still jumping like when he was in Miami. That shit that's when he was peak steroids, nigga. That shit was peak roids. Peak. But for every genetic freak like LeBron, there's somebody who's not a genetic freak. God is great. Man, y'all have a great Saturday. I'm going to see y'all in a second.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Our pro got nerfed 4 times. Proclaim max difficulty. What did he do in his previous life? Pick a struggle, brother. Final boss of having 0 rights. Imagine if he was Ginger, Disney's new project got cooked both fries. The 8th wonder of the world, bro can get any job. Netflix wants to know his location. What did bro do to God? Definition of getting nerfed, 7 in 1 nod. Human combo X5. He's gonna write the easiest college application letter of all time. Collecting them like the Infinity Stones. Bro's disability maxing. Walking target, I hope I'm not applying to the same college as him. Just pick one, bro, the definition of the 9 deadly sins. Fat red taker bro's got a PhD in attention manufacturing. Bro is the next live action Rapunzel 5 in 1 of products. Bet bro's also French when you select all of the above. Shut it. Shut it.
The top 20 in love. Just make sure you have your little sister from. They tell me jump, I only want to get your penny down. Party got the party playing with his nose down. Rock the collar, real kick spine, see the round, certified, lover boy, certified. I'm a good stuff. Why you trying to like a bitch? You tired, trying to strike a chord, and it's probably made minor.
Hate that you said he wasn't a top 10 quarterback? Hate that you said he couldn't throw the ball? Hate that he got over when push came to shove? Hate that he always say the right thing?
Money is nice, championships are better.
Hate that in your all-knowing, armchair wisdom, you were sure he'd come up short. Hate that you got it wrong?
I'm just set up.
You stupid.
They're not.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
You stupid.
Oh, hell no! Bruh.
What?
Oh my God!
Y'all bitches always right about what they doing, who they fucking, what they got going on. Worry about
sat there and watched your ass eat a whole meal for $5. You had a fucking box of pizza, a slab of ribs with a side of large fries, but ain't offered me shit though. After I just got you from the hospital last night. Oh, that shit ain't scare you, huh? But you just want to keep stuffing shit down your mouth.
I just want to go back.
You want somebody to feel sorry, but you keep eating honey buns and shit under your bed. Yeah, I saw you last night trying to sneak them under there. I don't know how you got down, but I saw you.
Where?
Where? What the fuck you mean where? Oh, your big ass wanna play slow. All right. Tell me what the fuck this is, then, right here. Honey buns and shit. Oatmeal cream pie. What else you got under this motherfucker? Twinkies and shit.
Stop yelling at me.
Stop yelling at you. Your kids in there, we in this bitch hungry. They ain't eating shit. And you say, all right. No, I ain't put shit up, man. I ain't feeding your big ass no more, dog. Hey, baby. Me and the kids about to go to Burger King. You want something?
Y'all see it. Yep. That's what it is. Best hands in the world. Y'all be playing with me. Come taste it yourself.
Watching a nigga eat a whole meal for $5 is diabolical.
Y'all want to know the secret so bad about the cookbook. A little bit more. A little bit more.
And this is why big backing is an epidemic. This is why big backing is an epidemic. I had to take a shot of insulin. Get some insulin from somebody else to finish watching this video. Y'all swear y'all be cooking. You got a whole 40-pound bag of sugar on 3 pans of yams. Talking about you see it. We see it. We see diabetes. We see gout, cavities in all teeth, hypertension, headaches, limb amputations, the big arm disease. I don't know what they call it, but just big arms. And if you can spread sugar like that, it's too much. Talking about it in a little bit more. That's enough. Jesus said that was enough. It's more than enough. It's abundant. You cooking up disease at this point. I wouldn't eat them yams with somebody else's mouth. We gotta do better. We gotta stop this mess.
Keep your trust in him, bro. It worked.
Yo, what's going on, boys? How are you?
Yo, dab me up.
Hey, all right, damn. What part of the city are you from?
Yo,
what's up?
there, brother.
Hey,
yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
Take this.
Oh, all right, sick. Why don't you guys come inside?
Don't ski.
These are the guys.
I'm Octavius Gray. And I'm Steve. Steve LeVois. It's okay, I have vape in here, right?
Set the mood right. Pick you up, baby, I'm looking so fly. Sunset rooftop, yeah, that's nice, right? Hop in the G-Class, I know you need that. Heart racing fast like the speed of light. Is this attraction, or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see what I can be for you. 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 You got me wrapped up in your love. Finding you is like a treasure.
Barely.
Making my heart feel this way, yeah, yeah. And I'll treat you so damn special. What you did, who you were with, I don't care about those days. When I'm with you, I won't complain. Share your success and heartbreaks. Yeah, you know I stay by your side. Never leave you dissatisfied. But I need you to let me know. Is this attraction? Or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see what I can be for you. 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 Baby girl, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Oh, yeah, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Yeah, girl, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Oh, yeah, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night.
Crushed it. God is great. That's all you gotta remember.
Guys, I gotta go.
You got it,
I don't want
Jess.
to hurt myself.
You got a pee? It's all right.
No,
You got it, Jess.
You gotta go, girl.
Let go.
I don't even want to fall.
Turn to the side.
You're okay. Just
Good.
land right on that booty, girl. Just put your legs out
Turn
and
to the
pull on
side.
your booty.
Jess, you're amazing. You
Say
got
it.
it.
You got it. You got it. Turn to the side. Just let go and turn. Like you're laying in bed.
Many prayers, Kendra.
Like
Many
you're jumping
prayers.
onto your bed, on your side.
Just let go and turn to the side. Shut your eyes.
You got it, my love.
Just turn to the side.
You're okay. Careful.
I've never even heard of